Hello! Good afternoon. I'm sitting a little bit back from the camera because I currently have a cat on my lap, but I guarantee as soon as I lean forward to zoom in the camera, she's hopping the hell out of here. So I'm just going to enjoy it for a minute. How are we doing, folks? Welcome to the stream. Unmatched Bill, Ninja Skippy. What's going on, folks? Green is a maybe today. I have reached out with the offer of MechWarrior, and the response I got was perhaps, but don't wait on me. So we'll see what happens. Mack finally got some pussy on his lap. Hey, you're right. Green is my favorite supporting character in Mack lore. Man, Bill hasn't even been a part of Mack lore long, and Skippy's already shitting on him. That's so fucked up. 8-hour stream of Max sitting in the chair because his cat won't move. I mean, honestly, like, she'll sit here for a while. We could do that if you want. We'll just chat. We'll talk. We'll talk about something. What do you guys want to talk about? Thermonuclear dynamics? The aerodynamics of a cow? I got distracted so badly. Hello, chat. Hi, Unmatched. What's going on, brother? AC6 Vadi video on the first chapter. I haven't watched it. I don't intend to watch anything Armored Core related until the game is out. I'm going to buy it and I'm going to play it. That's been decided. I have no intention of watching any other media related to it until that point. I'm sure it's great. The guy knows how to make good videos. Yo, how long do we, what do you think the chances are that I can guilt trip Bill into participating in the next 24-hour live stream, huh, boys? I'm sure that would be easy. Easy dubski. Now, you know what? I've been playing a whole lot of Deep Rock Galactic lately. That's what I've been doing gaming lately. I've been playing too much Deep Rock. I gotta pull myself away from Deep Rock and work on video shit for real. Seriously. Out of spite, I am willing. What's up, Double G? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for liking on your way in. I appreciate that. I am now working on promoting my third dwarf to give you some idea. For those of you that play Deep Rock and know how time consuming it is to get a single dwarf up to promotion level, I'm about to promote my third dwarf, so we're going for the full 4. It's like there's some seasonal rewards on the fucking the fucking battle pass. I don't know, I forget what they call it, on the season pass that I want. But it takes a long ass time to advance the season pass in Deep Rock. It's not like a Sea of Thieves where you advance the season pass just by sailing around. You get like 1,000 points towards the pass per mission, and it takes 5,000 points to level it up once. You can get extra points here and there by doing like seasonal challenges, but it do be taking a lot of work. All right, Luna, I'm probably going to have to start playing the video game soon. So it's probably about time for you to get up. But that's up to you to decide. You could not get up when I lean forward. You don't have to. It's up to you. What's up, Jesus? Or Jesus? I don't know which one is right. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for liking on your way in. Oh, she's getting up without me leaning forward. That's a shocker. Apparently she could just feel that it was time. Let me think. Do I have anything weird to talk about today? Is anything interesting? Has anything even remotely interesting happened in the last 400 hours or so? Jesus, gotcha. Are you already working on the next video? Is it a Poon Poon video? It is not a Poon Poon video. I haven't even considered working on that. I'm working on a few different videos at once. I don't know what the next video is going to be. What I can tell you is that I've put a lot of work into several videos, but I don't know if any of them will be the next video. I feel like I need a buffer, right? You know, like, to be honest, doing a One Piece video seems really attractive right now. But what I don't want to subject myself to is releasing a video praising One Piece right after releasing a video shitting on Demon Slayer. I just don't want to put myself through that. So I want a buffer video. I want something in between that. It's been a month unmatched. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, Mondo. I appreciate that. You sweet boy. It's been a month unmatched. A month. There was nearly a year between the Berserk and Chainsaw Man videos. Nearly a year. The only thing that released between that was the road trip video that no one watched. So imagine being a fan of me during that time. Don't forget to thank Days. That's how I feel. But I feel like I'm... Maybe it's just because the camera isn't zoomed in. I feel like, or maybe because I have bad posture. I feel like I'm sitting really low in the frame. This is better. Actually, the camera's kind of zoomed in right now. No, not very far. It's still getting engagement because people are still replying to my comment. Yeah, it had an uptick. There was an uptick in viewership over the last week or so. It feels like years. I'm going to strangle you for a crumb of content. I really don't care. I don't mind. I'm glad. I thought you were... It's a Gundam? Are you saying you thought my next video was going to be a Gundam video? Because no, the Gundam idea is still a long way off. I have to watch every Gundam anime to do that video idea. You seen Berserk Memorial Edition? No, I haven't. But I did watch the original trilogy, so I can't imagine there's a ton for me to gain by watching it. But I don't know. Any thoughts on Project Moon stuff? Never played them. Ask Ninja about it. Ninja wants me to play them really badly. I haven't touched them. No, you know what? This is specifically because I'm playing a lot of... It's specifically because I'm playing a lot of Deep Rock Galactic right now. But also because this is an idea that... Or this is a concept that I'm pretty passionate about. I was thinking about doing a video about... Like making a call to action to make more co-op games. Because I really like co-op games. And I think there's a pretty distinct difference between a game that has co-op and a game that is co-op. And I want to talk about that. I think that'd be an interesting video. Overlord anime or light novel, don't know anything about either. Because I love co-op games. Payday 2, Sea of Thieves in a sense. I love games where you have to cooperate with your friends to get shit done. Recently, I was noticed about the passing of one of my closest friends online. Your videos helped me get through the grieving and the pain. I'm forever thankful. Well, I'm really glad to hear that, Crossman. I'm sorry for your loss, but I'm really glad to hear that my videos were able to help you out. Yeah, I'm sorry for your loss, brother. That really sucks. Remnant 2 seems like it might be fun. I have had a Remnant 1 for like 8 years, and I just haven't played it. The camera thing's throwing me off. Okay, no, it's in a good position. I'm just being crazy. Guts video is pretty awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you like it. I will probably do another video on Berserk at some point. I wrote like a good amount of a script for a Berserk video, but then I felt like the script sucked, so I just trashed it entirely. But then I looked back at the script not too long ago, and it was like, oh, this was actually pretty good. I just let my self-consciousness get the better of me. It was like, okay, so after the Berserk video came out, Berserk video, like, it did so well. It was my most successful video ever for a long time. Until Vinland Saga fucking crushed it. Shout out Vinland Saga for destroying everything. So it was right after the Berserk video, and I was like, okay, well, this is my most successful video ever, and it's not like I have less things to say, so I should do another Berserk video. And I started writing a Berserk video, and I was just like, I felt like pressure from how successful the Berserk video was and how loved it was that I was like, oh my God, I'm never going to be able to match this again. I'm never going to be able to make a video this good again. Because that's what happens when you're a creative. You think you're peaking constantly. So I scrapped the video and eventually made Chainsaw Man, which I thought was better. And then eventually made Vinland Saga, which is also really fucking good. So, is Zombie Hunter good at all? Someone's been writing it and telling me to get on it. I don't know anything about it. You'll have to ask someone else. The Chainsaw Man was especially good. Really puts into perspective the priorities of life. Life is worth living with friends that make you feel like being somewhere. Very comforting. I think so too. There's a really strong message in Chainsaw Man, and I'm personally very proud of how that video turned out. It's my personal favorite video. I'm extremely proud of the Vinland Saga video, and I would put the two very close to each other. I personally like the Chainsaw Man video is my favorite. I love that video, and I'm very, very proud of it. Back over here edging with the scripts. No, you know what? I've talked about this before. I hate all of my own videos until I get to the editing phase. I hate them. I think I suck, you know? Every time I'm writing a script, I'm like, this script is terrible. This is so stupid. This is the fucking worst. And then I'll go and sit my ass down in front of that bookshelf and I'll record it. And the whole time I'll be like, this script is stupid. This is fucking dumb. I'm an idiot. This video is going to suck. And then I start editing it and I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty good. This is actually pretty good. I did okay here. I get so in my own head about the quality of my scripts. I cannot look at them objectively until I am outside of them, you know, when I'm no longer working on it and it's filmed and it's done. Once it's like recorded, it's like, oh, I can look at this a little more objectively. I can look at this with a little bit less personal hatred and accept it for what it is and realize that it's actually all right. I think Mack's Emergence video was the first I ever watched, and I haven't seen much of his other. I'm going to go binge the rest. You haven't watched everything else I've made? That's fine. The Emergence video is really the only one that matters. Let's be real about this. I hate the raw material, but the crafting and polishing, God, I've never been more alive. I know that feel. Yeah, oh, absolutely. Because editing is something that I'm so passionate about, you know? When this channel first started, me doing Let's Plays, it was like, what I was recording was a vehicle for me to edit. I just wanted to edit something. I was not nearly as passionate about like the content itself as I was about editing it, you know? And in a sense, that's still true. Like the editing part is still my favorite part of the process, but I have grown to really enjoy analysis and also to really enjoy interacting with people after the video's out. So I'm very motivated by those things too. But it used to be that I would essentially make videos for the purpose of generating footage for me to edit. Bro, who's a way to watch all your videos won't be back for a while. Yeah, we'll see him like in like 3 months after he's made it through the Vinland Saga video. Anyway, I've been rambling on about bullshit for a little while. Let's play some MechWarrior 5. Hello, Bill.
Howdy.
Bill's here, everyone, because it's MechWarrior, and neurons activate when mech come on. Now, I haven't touched MechWarrior in a couple weeks because I was playing Viking game quite a bit, and I spent 20 hours building a house. And then Silas went ahead and said, what if I did everything better? How sweet, really. How sweet. I don't remember what corner is good for this game. I'm just going to put myself up there and hope for the best. I'm your local furry adult artist. Every microsecond I have to fucking do hands. I hate it with a passion, but my fans love it anyway. Well, okay, you can get away with it because I'm sure you do a lot of paws too, so you don't always have to do with hands. And number two, I bet you're making bank. Those furries love buying art. Easiest way to make a bag on the internet. It's not easy. I'm not gonna call it easy, but. Hi, from Armored Core 6. Yes, I'm definitely gonna be playing that. Even though I only watched the initial trailer and then the brief gameplay trailer. I watched like a minute, maybe 30 seconds, because I don't want to spoil myself on it. Because I'm the kind of motherfucker that wants to go into every game blind. So I should really just drink more. Perhaps, but it's getting harder and harder to profit. God knows bank companies hate us. I mean, I think everybody in every industry is facing that problem. I feel like that's why we see so many of these social media companies making what are to us dumbass decisions. They're just trying to make sure that they can profit off of what they do. That's my interpretation, at least. I think I'm going to fuck with my camera settings for just a moment, and I do apologize for that. I think that's better. I am a fucking insane person.
Same.
I've been watching a lot of videos on photography lately because my photography game has always been weak as hell and I need to get better at it. So now that I'm doing that, I'm probably gonna have to fuck with my camera settings quite a bit to get it to look better than what it has looked like. Not saying it looks bad, it could be better. It's looking great. I'm definitely gonna need a better laptop for it though. I am thinking Armored Core 6 might be the game that causes me to finally upgrade my GPU. I've been wanting to for a while, but I'm a cheap motherfucker. And then I looked at, and like looking at the minimum requirements, I probably won't need to. But if there's any game that I want to play at like the highest graphical fidelity possible, it's gonna be a FromSoftie.
It definitely seems like it has the same energy. Now, I know that other people dread this, but I love this. The lead up to Dark Souls 2, because the excitement around that from Dark Souls 1 made the online community very vibrant in the early days.
Too bad it sucked.
No, it was fine. Copium.
Go fucking crack a life gem.
My Crunchberry Supreme.
Think about reading some more manga soon. Always a good decision, I think. Luna, close the blinds. You're ruining my lighting. Thank you. All right, there's some jobs.
Oh my god. Verkus or Vrux. Vrux is the only person that gets me.
The ray tracing only being in the garage seems to be triggering a lot of people. I wouldn't have known about that because I haven't looked at any trailer material, but cry about it, pussy.
I mean, if you're flying at, a million miles a second, do you really notice if the reflections off your cockpit window are properly showing like the missiles and whatnot? I don't think I'm paying attention to that. I think I'm paying attention to like the imminent death about to happen to me.
I would rather have the game running well than looking pretty.
They did say this is going to be the first 120 FPS FromSoft game, which is exciting.
Interesting. Too bad No, I do have a 120 hertz monitor, don't I? I don't remember. My monitor.
I was about to say, unless you have a really old monitor, it should be at least 120.
What game is this? MechWarrior 5. I'm really cheap. I kind of cheaped out on my monitors, and I really need to get an HDR monitor for color grading, but they're really expensive, and I'm cheap, and my monitors still work, so I don't really want to replace them. Are the mechs repaired?
Everything seems fine.
Everything but the Uma, which I think we're just gonna. Yeah, that's to sell. That's to sell.
That's
boy.
the urban mech, unless you want to torture me.
I want to have one of every one, but I've already got one, so we're good. Someone replied and said that Armored Core is like the Gran Turismo of mech games, and like 60% of your time is going to be in the garage.
True.
Well, then good. That's a good play. If you're going to have ray tracing, I feel like the one place you want it is the place where things are reasonably stationary. And
you're looking at it. It's supposed to look pretty when you're in the garage.
Yeah, the mech ain't going to be moving around much when you're in the garage. basically all mech games though. I have not dived into the garage much in this game. I have like looked at the potential of swapping weapons in some spots and then changed my mind because of something minor. Like, oh, I would have to adjust the weight and I don't want to lose other things. So I'm basically still using a stock Phoenix Heart.
Target is an industrial complex marked on your tactical display. Our employer wants it gone, and we aim to please. Light that complex up like a New Year's celebration, Commander.
That's a nice tall building. I can't wait to knock it down.
Aha, civilian casualties.
Civilians are just unactive combatants. Let's be real about that. Inactive combatants. Does this game have crossplay? I have no idea. Uh-oh, there's a little tank over there. I have to remember what my buttons are.
Objective, Commander. Why don't you go over and introduce yourself?
Okay, I kind of forgot what weapons I had equipped, but I have remembered. Look, it's your favorite mecha.
You have to respect the urban mech, otherwise the urban mech will disrespect you.
Right now he's ignoring me, so I think you're right. Would there be like ray tracing only being the hang of their Ace Combat games? I don't know anything about Ace Combat, so I can't comment on that. Shit, these buildings are not as collapsible as I was expecting. I'll just destroy the things inside, it's fine.
The roofs are pretty weak. I just don't have weapons that could deal good damage to them.
I do. That thing looks expensive. Insurance ain't gonna cover that. Sorry, fellas. I'm showing major damage. We should start calling people who don't play fun games because they are mecha games Shinjis. I like that.
I agree.
I don't think I know anyone that objects to mecha games as a concept, but I don't know. I feel like if you find someone who doesn't want to experience something that is fun because of some reason that is not related to the quality of the thing you're talking about, then that's an opinion that can go in the ignored pile. Like,
so I can ignore you about Dark Souls 2, right?
I mean, if you feel that I'm wrong, yeah. like the classic One Piece too long. Okay, you haven't taken the time to experience whether or not it being long is worth it. So, opinion ignored. Now, if you're a One Piece fan who thinks it's too long, that's different. That man ejected. There are several mechas converging on the location. I want to stick my mecha dick in them. Armored Core 6 is the first mecha game in a while that's grabbed my interest. I can't say I've ever played a mecha game before this. Like, I've played games that have mechas, but a mecha game is a different thing, you know? Okay, well, Gundam Breaker 3, actually. Gundam Breaker 3 I played, but not a lot. Hey, Backup, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for liking on your way in. I appreciate that. That's very sweet of you. Hello, Panther. Friendly fire can butt you back. Are you threatening me? You little motherfucker? I pay your salary.
Did we grab shares this time?
Just 2.
No.
Which is not going to be enough for a mech.
I want to crave.
I'm back. What did I miss? We blew up some mech. Someone brought up Limbus Company, but you weren't here for it.
Well, that was the one moment we'd bring it up this whole stream, so we can't bring it up anymore. So
Yep.
it's over.
Yep. No,
Sorry.
the topic has been discussed. It's done now. Oh, you are done, buddy. You are done. Okay, that's enough of you. All right, let's retreat. Everyone likes too long, but then they get to Arlen Park and they just man, this is really good. Why didn't you tell me sooner? Yeah, it's only too long until you catch up. That's my motto when it comes to One Piece. It's only too long until you catch up. Then it's not enough. I have to go back and look for the Limbus talk. The Limbus talk was literally, have you played them? And the answer was no. Oh, we're almost a level 7. Oh, I'm just... the crab isn't available, but I'm just shy of being able to afford a Lotus that I don't need. It's fine. I'll just get some more flamers in case Bill breaks them. That medium laser, get all of these. And that's it. That's all my shares. Tiny damage. Target lock retention. New software for predicting enemy movements and additional magnetic anomaly sensors installed in the mech increases precision for targeting system, retaining target lock longer and through brief interruptions of line of sight.
Good for missile boats.
Sounds lit.
I guess that brings up the cool thing. There's yet more DLC planned for MechWarrior 5, which is fun.
I saw that you reacted to that.
I think the coolest thing about it, other than like, I like new missions, I like new content, I like new mech chassis showing up, is they've enabled in the instant action section free-for-all or like battle royale modes, so you can divide up things into multiple teams now. And that kind of puts down the groundwork in the netcode for like if you wanted to do a more versus style MechWarrior and MechWarrior 5 instead of having to go to MechWarrior Online. So that seems pretty interesting.
So we're being a stream of 6 people. I feel like I'm hogging the chat. Hey! You don't gotta remind me that I'm a small fish in a large pond. No, it's fine. The more you chat, the less lonely I feel. So don't feel like you shouldn't. Well, we playing MechWarrior 5. How you doing, 9th Shinigami? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for liking it on your way, and I appreciate that. That's very sweet of you. I thought the Limbus Company talk was about the controversy that is happening over there. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Let's hear about that. According to Google, it does. When I'm out of this gridlock, I'll see how it works. Let me know if you want another experienced pilot. that would be sick. Let's go. I'm doing great. I'm playing some video games on the internet. I can't complain. Nope, we're not turning in the Javelin. There. Do I want to do this job? Oh, this is a 2-pronged mission. I mean, we have enough mechs at this point that that's not nearly as much of a threat as it used to be. But I'm still not big on it.
Well, does our other mechs have good loadouts?
I don't know. You're the fucking mech guy. They seem fine to me. I don't know.
I think we have a couple of backup options at least.
I wish you could at least see what the 2 missions are.
You should be able to.
Oh wait, yeah, okay. So battlefield and targeted kill. So targeted kill.
That's a pretty hard back-to-back.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I ain't feeling that shit. I'm gonna jump to Barlow's End. No, they don't have any jobs
And also,
there.
it's mercenary territory, so we could get hostile drops on both missions.
That'd be lit. Bergman's
Don't get me wrong, I
Planet.
want to fight him, but doing a double up probably would cost us.
They fired an artist for some subversive thoughts.
I'm very tempted to ask what those thoughts were, but at the same time, I don't want to know.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be some subject that I have banned a discussion about. People really review bomb stuff for stupid reasons. I don't know. I don't have enough context to comment on it.
Well, I guess we could take the conversation to a more interesting angle of, is review bombing good, or is review bombing something that we should permit in the reviewing space?
I think it depends on the context. Review bombing a game that just came out because the servers are full is a stupid thing to do. You are an idiot. It will get better. That is not a permanent problem. Review bombing War Thunder because they made some questionable decisions that are anti-consumer. I understand that. I think that's fair.
So you think all reviews should take into consideration future states of games?
No, but like the server thing is especially dumb because like what game doesn't have rough server launches? That gets better in a matter of weeks. And that's not really a state of the game per se. It's a state of the servers, which I don't know. I don't feel like it feels pointless to me. It feels pointless to complain about something that will go away in 2 weeks.
I would say for games that necessitate online features, it's kind of expected, yeah. But if a game has online services for a game that really can be single player, then that is a choice to degrade the launch window and have these server problems for these games that don't require online.
Oh, well, you know, if we're talking about that, then my opinion on the whole always online single player experiences is that it's terrible, and fuck you if you do that. Always online single player games are the dumbest shit ever. What are you doing? You're just telling consumers, hey, someday you won't be able to play this game. So maybe don't get invested in it now.
Follow up to that. Do you think that there is some obligation to art creators, particularly video games, because that's the easiest, to allow their piece of art to be accessed long term? Like, say, for example, Nintendo does this often, of making exclusively digital games unavailable because it's not on the eShop anymore. The eShop shuts down.
It's tough, right? Because as these games companies get older, or maybe even shut down, it becomes harder to preserve the games that they built. But if it's something that can be done, I think it should be done, or at the very least, let the consumer take care of it if you aren't willing to. I think the thing that's most frustrating about Nintendo shutting down online stores is that they also block ROM sites. It's like, if you aren't going to preserve your game, at least let someone else do it, because people want to play these games. Like, you're not losing money if someone downloads a ROM of Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga from 2003. You're not losing money on that anymore. It's time to let people do that. I feel like review bombing is like literal bombing. You don't do it without a really good reason. It's just, to me, it's one of those things. If you're review bombing a game, it's I think it should be, the intention to be to send a message to the developers and to the people who want to buy the game. People didn't like the grindy aspect added in the new update. Some things got nerfed, which is a big no-no in gachas, because they didn't add a busted character in the summer event. So wait, gacha players are mad that it became more grindy. Isn't that why they play those games?
No, I get it. I get it. No booba. No booba, no review.
All right, contracts. What we got here? We got a little infiltration. I don't want to do that. Infiltration sucks.
After our most recent foray.
It was unpleasant. Man, I can't everywhere I go I'm battling House Karita. If I ever like end up in an area where I'm need to work with our mechs are not repaired. Did I already accept that contract?
They were upgraded.
They were upgraded. But they aren't repaired. Did I accept that contract? Yes, I did. I mean, let me take a look at how long it would take me to repair these suckers. And this one's not upgraded. One of them is not. 10 days to upgrade this one? Why? Oh, because it's got 4 upgrades going in. How long do I have until this mission starts? The same amount of time that it takes for the generator to be refit. You know what? We're going in damaged. It is what it is. I think they're okay. We didn't take a lot of damage that mission.
Pride cometh before the fall.
Fuck you. It was really unnecessary.
Why are you so mean to me? I'm not even the crowd favorite. It's green.
It's okay. A green is funnier than me is an old meme on the channel. Green should just be the one streaming. I really want so bad a VR mecha game. I feel like it's so perfect for VR. Yeah, that would be sick. And then I really want like a VR space game. Well, actually, no, I have that. I have Elite Dangerous and No Man's Sky. So never mind. I got what I wanted. I want a VR space game that. Yeah, Space Trucker. If that's VR, it's fucking over. I will never play another video game again. We're going south. It is dark out here. What the hell was I talking about? Some bullshit. I don't remember anymore.
Man, I got runner-up energy.
Oh yeah, VR game. I want a VR space game that also fulfills all of my other space game needs, which no space game has managed to do. This looks not too important. I'm sure it's fine if I just walk through it.
The only problem with VR mech games, I feel, is that if it's too fast of a game, you are going to have motion sickness.
I have never experienced motion sickness while playing VR. I understand that that's a concern for a lot of people. Personally, I don't actually think it's possible for me.
I think that's probably an example of some very well-designed VR games, because I thought the same, and then I was brought low.
I don't know, I played a lot of VR games, a lot of like small indie VR games too. I just think I have never experienced motion sickness. I don't get it on roller coasters. I don't get it in the car. I don't get it on boats. I've never experienced that. I don't know what it's like. Can you not stand in front of me? Get shot, idiot. Motion sickness is a skill issue. Target is done. Target is Gayo. I think I'm shooting at the wrong thing. Hell yeah. Uh-oh, I think there's some sweet boys that are gonna come in to take us out. See, the problem with like VR anything is that, like, okay, you imagine the perfect VR game is one where you're in a cockpit and have to actually like grab joysticks and push buttons. The problem with anything like that is that there's nothing in the physical space for you to latch onto to make you really experience that feeling. So there almost needs to be like a design where you've got the VR headset and then you buy a VR mech game that has a peripheral that you can like use to actually feel yourself touching buttons and grabbing controllers.
modular peripherals are coming a long way. Something like a Stream Deck where there's just a bunch of different buttons you could probably configure to be very modular depending on like what mech you're in or something.
I think there's options for it. I mean, you could do a pretty good job with a controller. You know, one of my favorite aspects about Elite Dangerous is that when you're in that game, you can really feel like you're piloting a spaceship. They do a really good job of that, and you can do all of it using a controller. And you know, it's not limited by that aspect. Uh-oh, there's a mech over here. Never seen Ava or Gundam, so I can't comment on those yet. Silly robots when it's so much better, so much more Gundam, Gurren Lagann. Feel the mech genre sadly is in the West Coast looked at so simplistically. It is. No, people really don't see mech anime or mech as something that can have deeper stories or interesting plots, but a lot of my favorite mech anime, the mech is just a plot, a part of the story. It is not the story, you know?
It is just a weapon, like Metal Gear.
Oh, that's a bit of a drop. I should have planned that a little bit better, but I got a lot of jump jet fuel. Hell yeah. Everyone else is behind me, though. No, I mean, like, you know, Gurren Lagann as a mecha is more of an extension of Simon as a character. Literally, like, the thing doesn't work if Simon is not motivated to fight. If he's, like, scared and doesn't think he can fight, Gurren does not turn on, you know? Sorry, Lagann does not turn on. All of the mechs in Gurren Lagann are motivated by the fighting spirit of the individual in the cockpit, and so in a sense, their mech is an extension of themselves as a character, rather than being its own separate entity. And then you have the opposite thing going on in Gundam, where it is a machine, it is a weapon, and the commentary is on who are we putting in these weapons. Usually children.
We always go back to Demon Slayer, man. We got to get off of this.
It's true though. Like Gundam has an actual commentary to be said about child warfare.
No. I think Demon Slayer does it better. It's the quintessential child labor story.
There's a side character that says it's bad. It really has a lot to say.
So brave.
Children just have the right emotional angst to go into war. Kind of true.
Children either crave violence or the mines. It's simple.
Or Fruit Loops.
You know, the ad campaign that... Oh.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
That's our is that our... That's not our ship. Oh,
that is
fuck!
not our ship.
That's not our ship. Uh-oh. There's couple assholes over here.
I think one of them got stuck.
I think so, too. I think he's going back up.
Oh, he didn't want to drop. He's gone.
No, there he is. He's going to take some fall damage, though. Ooh.
Rip legs.
I couldn't. Shinigami said, I think a lot of anime can put it under looked at simplistically, though. That's definitely true. Did we just lose one of our guys? No, they lost one of their guys. That is definitely true. That is definitely true. I mean, the anime genre as a whole is looked at as something that doesn't have... That's a big motivator for, like, why I do what I do on my channel, is, like, I personally feel that anime should be looked at a lot more seriously as a literature media. Anime and manga, really. Just because all of the most popular anime is shallow garbage that has nothing to say doesn't mean that that's what the entire medium is.
It does feel like it's very difficult to parse through seasons now compared to what it used to be.
What do you mean?
Like, I remember once upon a time, it was easy to pick out what I would enjoy on the new seasonal anime. Whereas, like, now it's like, I don't even want to look at the list. It kind of makes me like sick to my stomach. I'm like, oh boy.
I think the fact that there is essentially a seasonal waifu is really indicative of the anime community as a whole. Like, we're just, you know, in general terms, the anime community is just looking for more of what they like rather than anything new or interesting. Rival Intel Level 2. They're assholes. That's what I know about them.
No, they have faulty, what was it, launch bay doors.
Yeah. That's the info I learned. I got a javelin. Now I can turn that mission in. Without having to use my javelin. As an artist, I too would like to have to create my own manga, get it out in the world, but at the same time, I don't know if it will fly. I have a lot set up about the story, but I don't know if people will like it. Stressing about whether or not people enjoy what you create is... What?
I'm gonna hop on my soapbox a bit on that, where, and I mean, I guess I've said it enough that I'm working on games and stuff. That my goal when I'm making art isn't to be a mass audience appeal kind of thing. I don't think I'm going to be able to be commercial with a lot of my efforts, and that's okay. That's not the goal. What I want to do is I want to make the one piece of art that one person like keeps coming back.
No, someone already made that, Bill.
the one piece of art that people keep coming back to, like, and the example I have for me is I keep coming back to a very admittedly bad game called Metal Dungeon. And Metal Dungeon's a game that deserves no one's attention, but I keep thinking about it. I keep remembering this game, not only for the time of when I experienced it, that nostalgia for that moment in my life, but also that, like, the interesting ideas that piece of work had. And so I think that if you're making a piece of art, make it as niche as you want. Make it so niche that only one person likes it. And that's enough. That's good art.
I think that taking the audience of what you're making into account is kind of a fruitless effort. You should make what you will like. That's a message that I take from Oda from One Piece, like, to bring him back up. People criticize Oda a lot for the way that he draws women, and they're not wrong to do so. The thing is, it's not like the guy doesn't know that people don't like it. He just doesn't care. He likes drawing women that way, so he keeps doing it. That man
just likes women.
That man, to a fault, does what he wants to do, to the point that editors are afraid to work with him because he doesn't listen to them.
Ungovernable.
He makes the story that he wants to make, and he doesn't let anybody control, have a say in that. And I think that's a beautiful thing, and I think it's why One Piece is so beloved, because it is so unabashed in what it does.
Yeah, make your art for the one person that gets it.
Yeah. And that's what I do too. When I made my Berserk video, I didn't know people would watch it. My channel wasn't exactly doing well at that point. I had gotten a boost off of the Godzilla video. I was sitting at like 1,000 subscribers, I think. It instead of making another Godzilla video, instead of making another video like that, I made a Berserk video because it was what I wanted to make. And it fucking worked. People watched it. I didn't make it because people would watch it, but people watched it.
Muito real.
What if no one gets it? Should you continue just for yourself or give up? I think that if you are fulfilled creatively, then that should be what you want to see. And if you find that what fulfills you creatively is not what people want to see, that can be a difficult thing to face. But then it comes down to what you want as a creator. Do you want to be fulfilled, or do you want to be successful? I do not believe there is ever a situation where you cannot have both. There is always a way to be successful and fulfilled. And if you find that what makes you successful does not fulfill you, or if you find that what does fulfill you but does not make you successful, let me rephrase that. If you find that what fulfills you does not make you successful, or what makes you successful does not fulfill you, there is a way that you can shift what you're doing to get both. There just is. It just takes a little bit of creativity.
Some of our greatest creatives in history were never recognized for their talents until long after their death. If
That's
you
true.
enjoy it, if you like making it, if that is your passion, that's kind of your calling. That's what you got to do. And you know, if people don't get it, people don't get it. Maybe they eventually will. They have to catch up. You're a bit ahead of the time.
What if Berserk did not exist? We would not get to this point. I mean, we can spend all day in what if questions. At the end of the day, I owe a ton of my success to the fact that YouTube decided to push my video, you know? So the real question is, what if I didn't get lucky, you know? And I always hate the idea that you can only succeed on YouTube by getting lucky. That is not true. My video came out at a very good time. My video was well made. You know, those are two things that go a long way. But you know, there's always a way to say, what if I did this, or what if I did not do this? How would things be different? And at the end of the day, you cannot know the answer, so it's pointless to get lost in questions like that.
Luck is the juncture between a proper preparation and opportunity. Yes, there's always a chance element to it, but you have to be doing the right thing at the right time for the spark to happen, for the magic to start.
Damn, Mack didn't expect such a motivational speech. I mean, I like to think, as someone who has been doing creative work for more than 10 years, I like to think that I've learned a few things. Have you ever played a Final Fantasy game? Do you know what a blue mage is? There are weird videos about warriors, knights, and normal mages, but I found blue mages to be the most interesting of them all. I don't know anything about it. No, sorry. It's weird to talk to hopeful people. The internet is a place, you know what? The internet has a very binary way of looking at people. You know, I used to get comments all the time on my videos saying I should just quit because I'll never be successful because my videos are so terrible. You know, that's a very binary way of looking at it. It's like, this video is bad now, so you will never succeed. I didn't think my videos were the cream of the crop when I started releasing them. I had talked more than once about how when I started uploading my videos, my mindset was, I know my videos suck. I need to do them so I can get better. If you watch a video from someone and that video sucks ass, you can think to yourself, this video sucks and they're never going to succeed doing this. But you can't know if they're ever going to improve. You can't know how they're going to evolve and transform. You have no way of knowing, looking at someone's 2-3 view video, whether or not they're going to be a master at making videos 5 years from now. So if someone tells you your work sucks on the internet, fuck them. You know, if they have legitimately good criticism that, you know, they have something to say, listen to them, acknowledge that it hurts to hear it, learn from it. But if all they're doing is, you know, being a shithead, telling you you suck, telling you you're never going to make it, giving you nothing helpful, ignore them. It doesn't do anything for you to listen to that. Nothing at all. What good is it? What good does it do you to listen to somebody who does not want you to succeed? Listen to the people that want you to succeed. Listen to the people who have constructive criticism. Listen to people who say, this is good, but you could do this better. Don't listen to people who only think you can fail. There's no good in that. It doesn't do anything for you. At the start, I wasn't able to
living the dream.
At the start, I wasn't able to draw a hand back, and now I earn $7 from drawing furry stuff every now and then. Dedication, perseverance are key to creators. Yeah. You know what? I've talked about this before too. The type of videos that I make now were not videos that I thought I was capable of making 5 years ago. I didn't ever see myself being capable of making the types of videos that I make now. But I got here, didn't I? I didn't even make this my goal. It just kind of happened.
Oh, wow. So effortless, you know?
Not effortless. But what I mean is, like, when I started my channel, I did Let's Plays. I wasn't intending to do video essays. It just, eventually that kind of thing caught my interest. And then I got better at it, and I kept doing it, and I started to do it well. And if for robots, I got an amazing inspirational speech. Hey man, I write scripts all day using strong language to convey a message. I think I'm getting pretty good at it. Oops, sorry, I can never launch MechWarrior 5 again. Oh, she has exactly 100 minutes, so she can't play it anymore. That's fair. No, that's valid.
No.
To quote Spider-Verse, is just a leap of faith. Yeah, I mean, stressing about whether or not you're going to succeed doesn't do anything for you. Do it, fail, learn from it so you can succeed next time.
You have to make videos 1 through 49 to finally get to the 50th video. So it just takes time.
It's like I said in the Chainsaw Man video. For those of you who watch that, you got to watch 9 bad movies to really appreciate one good one. You have to make 9 bad movies to make a really good one. That's just reality. No one is ever, born able to do everything perfectly. Yeah, some people seem like they're really naturally talented, but even the naturally talented people have to work if they want to like really do something special. It's not enough to just be talented. Talent to me is the ability to naturally be good at getting good. Talent to me isn't, you are automatically a good artist. It's you have the capacity to be an amazing artist.
Skippy, have you been paying attention to the Discord? I couldn't read till the 5th grade. I've spent a lot of time being very bad at many things.
Real.
Whoever had me in character gen just loaded up on all the negative traits and then just forgot to use those extra points on something. It's been really shitty.
I mean, just look at my ability to talk to you behind a microphone. I was fucking terrible at this when I first started doing YouTube stuff. When I started learning how to make videos, I didn't want anything to do with anything in front of a camera. I didn't want to use a camera. I didn't want to be in front of a camera. I didn't want to talk in front of a camera. I completely fucking ignored all of the teaching in that world of things because I just wanted to edit. And then I started making YouTube videos and I needed to do both. And I was really bad at it. And I'm still not great at it, but I'm getting better. I've gotten a lot better. There's no such thing as something that you cannot do. You have so much talent for this. You're gifted into being a video analysis. In all seriousness, the hard work that you made to make this possible is amazing. I appreciate that, Ninja.
Talent is just a code word. The people who don't know just think it just happens.
Right.
And the people who do know realize, oh, the plate spinner has like 50 broken plates behind them. The people who get it understand what talent as a word means.
Right. That's why and it's a stupid thing to be bothered by it, but I always kind of dislike when I hear, someone praise somebody for being so naturally talented because I know that it isn't true. I know that they did something to get there.
I mean, that's a huge compliment. Like, wow, they make it look natural. That is an accomplishment to get that far.
Oh yeah, for sure. Wait, hang on, I already read that. Remember the guy that just came in and listed out all the negative traits about you? No, I don't. Did someone
the giant forehead.
My previous school was really like a Call of Duty lobby, multiple fights and cussing. It do be like that sometimes, you feel me? My school was not like that. My school was a bunch of rich kids that were afraid to get in trouble. Didn't want daddy taking their allowance. I mean, this is kind of piggybacking off of what I said earlier, but you'll hear people say sometimes about somebody else that they just weren't made to do X thing, like that this person doesn't have what it takes to be a comedian. They weren't born with whatever it takes to be a comedian. No, anybody can be a comedian. It just depends, some people have to put a lot more work into it. And it comes down to whether or not they're willing to do that work. There's no one who is not made to do something that's not real.
Counterpoint, my brain doesn't work when it comes to language, and green is anathema to me because I don't get how they can learn so many languages.
I don't get it either, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to try learning a language.
Bro, I barely learned one. Don't do this to me.
I mean, obviously, you know, there are exceptions, you know. if you want to tell me that someone wheelchair bound cannot compete in the Olympics, yeah, you're probably right. But for the most part, there is no situation in which you cannot do something. It just comes down to whether or not you need to put in a lot of work to do it, and whether or not you're willing to put in a lot of work to do it. I just got through work. What did I miss, fellow cat milkers? We're talking about motivation and creativity, Andreas.
With a wonderful backdrop of war crimes.
I'm not meant to be a member of the God Hand, sadly. But like Berserk kind of talks about that, doesn't it? Berserk has like a very strong theme around the idea of fate and whether or not it's even real. There's a lot of story beats that are surrounded along this idea of fate. And
Mack,
there's also a lot of questions.
You don't like the series, but it does exist. You have to admit that it does exist.
What are we talking about?
The Fate Zero series.
But there, you know, in Berserk, there's a lot of, you know, ambiguity around whether or not fate is real. There's an awareness in Berserk that maybe fate is a real thing, maybe all these things are predetermined, or maybe someone is just really good at predicting things that are going to happen.
ASL is age, sex, level.
Level. RuneScape crafting level.
If you don't have 99 mining, I don't want you.
Women marrying coal miners be like.
We're back in the 20s again.
The more ballistics, the merrier. Target is down.
Uh-oh, we got some motherfucker over here who wants to get shot. I'm about to walk in this building. There's nothing you can do about it, dick. Yeah. I know there's a mecha walking around somewhere in this general vicinity.
It is a panther.
Bill was here, Andreas. He remembers.
Yeah, he finally did it. He got there. I don't know what he's gonna do with himself.
See, Andreas is a great example. Andreas is a great example. He threw so much shit at the wall just trying to find the one that would stick and would get me to say something stupid. And he didn't. Because he didn't give up. He persevered and he got me.
What an arc.
Be like Andreas. Don't give up. And don't let anyone tell you should give up. Fuck him.
Target neutralized.
It's a hardy ass tank. What the hell? Oh my god, there's so many flies on my desk. I'm gonna have to start dumping boiling water down the sink.
Okay, there's a couple of steps there that I don't know the connection between, but I know they're connected.
I promise, this sounds like an old wives' tale. It sounds absurd, but I promise, if you have flies buzzing around your house, dump a pot of boiling water down your sink every day. They will disappear because they nest in moist places.
Oh, okay.
You do it for like 2-3 weeks, all the flies will be gone. I guarantee it. It is what I do every year.
Blake, are you okay? You all right, buddy?
Even if the person saying that I can't is myself. Oh, god damn it.
Here we go again.
I can't comment on that, Ninja. I feel like that's more of a self-esteem issue that you need to work through. Surrender days.
Confidence is always a hard thing because it is difficult when you don't have confidence to succeed, but you need evidence of success in order to give yourself confidence.
It's definitely true.
I think
for me, I think having confidence in your ability to grow is the strongest thing that you can have. For me, I've always been confident in my ability to grow. That's why, you know, again, I said I posted videos realizing they sucked, knowing I needed to get better, because I knew I had the capacity to get better. And that is what allowed me to ignore everyone telling me that I just couldn't do it, that I just wasn't made for it. Because they're right. I wasn't made for it, but I'm going to work till the point that I am able to do it.
I'm an albino hairless monkey looking at my light box and pushing buttons.
That's me. Ooh, sorry, buddy. You know, if you feel like you're not a good artist, that's fine. You don't have to be confident in your ability to be an artist right now, because maybe you're not there yet. Have confidence in your ability to one day be a great artist.
I know with me, when I really struggled with confidence, not to say I've conquered it, but the moment that I was at my lowest, it took a genuine other party to take interest in me and say, hey, I know that you're not there, but I know that, like, with XYZ thing or this resource or my help or my mentorship, you will get there. Having a mentor recognize you it goes a long way, because if they take a chance on you, all of a sudden you kind of have to, like, change your brain a bit to be like, wait a second, I respect this person, and if I respect this person, I respect their opinion, and their opinion is actually pretty good of me, so now I have to respect myself if I respect this person. And you get in that loop, and then once you do it once, it gets easier the next time and the next time, and eventually you could start giving yourself confidence.
Agreed.
Ooh, there was a short burst, small burst, medium laser there, which would be pretty useful.
There was a VL that I can sell, and I forgot that I already had one.
It's money.
It's okay, I can sell it. It is walking cash. Anything I want to pull off this thing? Oh, they've got an M laser short burst.
Well, there you go. Got it anyway.
Boom,
The other one probably
shakalaka.
came from their arm or something. Oh, yeah, commission is one of those really weird things. Like, when you're talking about the commercialization of art, I think it makes things very difficult. Because I know, with me, I used to professionally dungeon master for Dungeons and Dragons games. And I think I was pretty good at it. But I saw a change in my mentality when I had to use it to bridge a gap monetarily. And it sucked in that moment, because I knew I wasn't giving my best effort. I knew I wasn't making my best art when I was forced to do it for cash. And that's like Maslow's hierarchy of needs or whatever. It's the pyramid, where, like, once you have your base needs met, your excess energy becomes other things. And sometimes that excess energy, if used improperly, becomes like violence or like profit taking or like you're hoarding money like a dragon. And other times when you have excess, you make art, and that is the good form of excess.
I wasn't interested in doing commissions even. I wanted to do a fan art for the joy of it when cancer fucked me over and I needed to draw it or die because I need to pay my meds. That kind of sucks. But I'm glad it's working out now. I mean, as passionate as I am about video work, for me, YouTube has really been the only path that I would want to do it professionally. I never wanted to do news or movies or advertising, because for me, making videos that are literally anything other than what I want to make is soul crushing. I hate making a video that I don't want to make. So I knew I would never be happy using my video editing to form a career in any of the traditional senses. The only version of video editing as a job that I would ever be happy doing is YouTube, because I would be 100% in control of what I'm making. So, you know, sometimes you have to, you know, decide, does making money off of my passion kill that passion? Is there a way for me to make money off of my passion that keeps my passion? Is there a way for me to make money off of my passion that doesn't kill the passion? Sometimes there isn't a way. And it's time to make the decision to keep it as a passion and find something as a career to pay your bills.
I think there is some sort of weird middle ground that's emerged in the recent years where, for the first time in a long time, there's been non-transactional art. And what I mean by that is there are entire communities, artists that have that there's no financial incentive or no like content incentive for people to give this creator money, and because like they get the product for free, like Patreon and YouTube videos is what I'm explaining.
Okay.
And that, because that exists now, that kind of decouples the problem of commission artists forever being shackled to money, where you can be financially supported to continue making your art because of the goodwill of people, because people want art, people like art. And once we remove kind of the transactional like interface of art, I think that liberates it to achieve greater heights.
I'd agree with that. And that's, you know, that's kind of where I'm at with YouTube. Like I get paid just from people watching my videos, so I don't have to make them a certain way as long as people are watching them. And my Patreon too, like my Patreon exists as a form of support. The people who are on my Patreon, they do get some like extra behind the scenes stuff, but for the most part, it's there if you want to support the channel. And Rip Weefy. Oh, did we lose Bill? I didn't notice.
Oh no, I'm here. It was Varux.
Varux. Definitely a fun conversation, but a storm was fucking my Wi-Fi, so I gotta go. I appreciate you, Varux. Have a good night. Appreciate you, brother. Catch you next time. I wish I got paid for the amount of times people saw my art. Turn your channel into a speed draw. Make a YouTube channel with speed drawing and talk about YouTube drama, and then get canceled for doing something shitty in the past. A lot of people do that. Dude, the art side of YouTube is basically just the drama side of YouTube with some skill behind them. Let's be real about that. All of the art, all of the art side of YouTube is people talking about drama while they draw.
So what you mean to tell me is it's the new courtroom artists? Except it's the court of public opinion?
Fuck, maybe.
Now I just want a really poorly drawn Keemstar picture.
Problem is sometimes it's just you can't make art if you're dead, and sadly we need money to live. I mean that's real. Again, it's one of those things that you have to be willing to look at and accept. When my mindset with YouTube for a long time was I am not going to succeed. You know, for me, what I always told myself is this is my channel, it's something I'm passionate about. But I need to accept the possibility that I will never succeed. So I always went into the mindset of YouTube of I am never going to succeed. Not I might not ever succeed. I said to myself, I am never going to succeed. And if I could still make videos and feel good about it doing that, then I could keep making videos. And I invested my professional time getting a job that paid me well so I could live and I could keep making my videos.
I would argue you didn't say to yourself that you weren't going to be successful. I think you changed the context of what successful was to you. It's not like a million followers. Fair. It was videos I liked was your measure of success. You just, moving the goalpost, I recommend when it comes to personal satisfaction with the work you do. That's definitely true.
That's definitely true. For me, success looked like making videos that I was proud of, and it just so happened that when I made videos that I was proud of, people started paying me for it. So. I draw 40 ladies with less clothing that the bikinis count or stuff. YouTube ain't easy on my ass. You know, it's really good on that kind of thing. Patreon. Become a Patreon artist.
I recommend getting in a bunch of IT circles. This is completely anecdotal. and because of my field of work. But I will say that there is a suspiciously large amount of sysadmins and IT infosec individuals who do happen to be furry. I'm currently 4 for 4 for polling.
Over tonnage. Uh-oh. There we go. Oh shit. No, but real, like I've paid for Patreons of porn artists that I like, and I'm not ashamed of it. Because god damn it, it was good porn.
Recon has tracked our target to somewhere within this
You can make a lot of money doing that. Just post your images to Pixiv with
as good as ours.
the good parts censored out. Easy dubski to attract people to a Patreon.
Okay, that brings up, so this is only tangential to this conversation, but censorship. Black bars, mosaic, many tiny black bars, or what was it? There's a couple of others. Which is better? Which is the best?
Which is the best? I mean, it depends on what you're going for. I've always felt like the black bars aren't super effective for hiding what I want to see. This is a weird conversation. I don't want to have this conversation.
Skip.
Hit shuffle on that one.
Man.
I'm giving advice here. I'm giving advice.
Have given us the slip. Let's check out the other locations.
Listen, I spend a lot of time looking at internet pornography. I like to think I know pretty well how to market it at this point. Because I've fallen afoul of internet pornography marketing. And I'm not ashamed, because it was good porn.
You know, we need more ethical sources of porn, so, you know, the more creators we have, the better.
Walk on up to the treasure to pick it up.
I mean, you guys think, like, why would anyone pay for porn and there's so much free porn on the internet? People pay a lot of money for porn, okay? They do.
There's some very selective niches that are very underserviced.
And art is a really good way to, like, find people who want to pay for your porn, because they're looking for a certain style. They like your art style and they want to see it. They're not going to find it somewhere else.
Target eliminated.
Steam is good? Steam IMO is good? What? Wait, for porn or what?
I mean, the front page is littered with it, but I don't know about making a game just to sell your art. Although, maybe he's onto something.
That's actually
I'm
that's
amending my
valid.
opinion instantly. Those little fuckers are on top sellers like all day, every day. If you just make art and then you make like a little rinky-dink like puzzle game that unlocks it, like Peggle. You just make a Peggle clone that just slowly reveals the image. That'll sell.
Or Bejeweled.
Bejeweled. I love Bejeweled. Puzzle Quest.
Man, I hate how every Bejeweled clone gets called a Candy Crush clone now. Candy Crush is a Bejeweled clone. That pisses me off.
Rebranded. Oh, speaking of rebranded, also completely tangential. Have you all heard about X?
I have not. I still am not sure if that's a real thing.
I mean, they tried to put up the sign and then they didn't get the permit, so the police stopped them, I believe in New York.
Didn't they, Steam as in Steam effects for the censorship? Oh, that's what you're talking about.
Big brain. Gigantic brain.
Yeah, the X thing. I know I heard I think what it was is that Elon secured the domain for an absurd amount of money, and now he's just like enforcing it regardless of the fact that everyone around him is telling him it's a bad idea, which is a very Elon move.
Doesn't Zuckerberg own the trademark for X in social media?
I have no idea.
That's gonna be a fight.
I mean, Elon's just speedrunning people not using Twitter anymore. Let's just be real about that. That's just a thing.
After his like hearing his rationalization of X, I kind of get it a bit more. He wants to make X/Twitter a everything app. It's a pie in the sky idea, but it's what he originally wanted to do with PayPal way back in the day of like, oh, it's a payment provider and also like a social media platform, and it allowed you to send money to your friends and buy services, and it was like a marketplace. Like all these social media companies are kind of moving towards that, like with Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that. So it's not unheard of. I just think that like whatever vision Elon has, he can't be at the helm to see it happen anymore. Like he's just radioactive to his success at the moment.
I think just as with no research and just as an initial reaction to hearing about that, that was the idea behind malls, and look where that went.
True. But that's physical public squares, or do you mean something else?
No, I just mean like the idea of like being an everything place. Like it was food, it was shopping. The original idea behind malls was like you would live there too. It would fulfill all of your needs. And they blew up in a time when having everything in one place was really convenient, and then the internet destroyed them. So I don't see a website. I can see it being successful at first, but I don't see a website being capable of doing that.
I would argue that malls have just changed shape. Like, I know a lot of really dense living is like shopping on the bottom, residential on the top, and they're like high rises that are 6 stories kind of thing. Like, I think there is a world where the everything social media app can exist. It's just, I don't think this is it, Captain.
Oh, I'm getting lasered. I don't appreciate it. Ooh, this guy's 100% after me. Wow, he does not aggro on anyone but me. I'm going to dance around a little bit while you guys fight. That's a lot of mechs. Not really, it's just 2. Oh, cry about it, Daily. Oh my god, they killed Daily!
He's dead!
They destroyed Daily! Oh, fuck!
Oh my god.
Well,
Ow.
That's the first mech we've lost in a while. Hope it wasn't a good one. I don't know when he was in.
He was in our other overdrive Jenner.
No! Didn't I pay like $3 million for that?
You paid a lot of money for it, yes.
Kill confirmed. We fulfilled our contract, Commander. Let's get you out of here now.
Oh, that's a reactor explosion.
Malls are good for your mental health, and their disappearance is bad for humanity. Man, when I was in California, I had the weirdest experience of finding an extremely functional mall. Like we stopped there because my boss has 2 kids, and she wanted to bring something back for them, and we had some time before our flight took off, so we went to the mall to like find food and also stuff for her to bring back as gifts for her kids. And it was like a harken back to the glory day of malls. It was busy in there. It was crowded. I was like, I hate crowds. I hate being in places with lots of people. I was uncomfortable there, you know? Haven't been in a mall that had that in a very long time. Oh, I can't buy this Sentinel. Oh well. Big sad.
Man, that's not a lot of good salvage at all.
No, this all sucks. I mean, there is an L laser, which is good. But I've already bought so many at this point. It's just a lot of S lasers. Oh, we sat on these for a while.
Daly got cored.
What does that mean? Is he dead?
No, I mean, he's fine. But just what killed the Jenner. It was probably just the Centurion had an AC-10, and the AC-10 does a lot of single area damage, so the Jenner doesn't have a ton of center torso armor. Which I guess, like, if you want to start playing around with mech designs.
Oh, just a cool $800,000.
Just a clean 800.
Could have been worse. It could have been worse. The time I almost got bankrupted because we lost a mission was not fun.
Yeah.
All the malls in upstate New York are getting off death rattles. Yeah, the one in my town is like seriously dead. I can't imagine it'll be around in a decade. On the bright
my
side,
local malls,
it provides more content for Bright Sun Films to make about abandoned malls. And I love his mall
True.
videos, so. Yeah, it's so weird. Like I grew up through the transition. Like when I was a kid, malls were the shit. They made a show. It was called 16. It was about teens hanging out at a mall.
Oh,
that
God.
was the cool. That was the cool teen hangout spot, was the mall when I was a kid. And then by the time I was in high school, they were dead and buried.
I miss mall ninjas.
How do I come out to my parents as straight because I think I'm gay? Bring a guy into their home and do not suck his dick. They won't see it coming.
Yeah, how can that fail? That's perfect. No comment.
People need places that aren't their home or work. A second place with zero commitment and social interaction of their own choosing. That's what the bars are for.
Yeah, I will say that like commons areas have been slowly more and more commercialized. I mean, it's happened to malls where like malls will charge for parking admission and stuff like that. It is becoming impossible to exist in spaces without justifying it commercially.
We're about to go down another level with House Garita. Let's go.
They had it coming. Burrito has a indefinite order to kill all mercenaries. So like we're
Why do they
natural
hire
enemies.
them then?
Because Kurita has actually reasonable leadership that likes to hire mercenaries when it suits them.
I see.
There are some people in the Kuritan, what was it? Oh, you go.
House
You
Garita?
wanted to talk. In House Kurita. I know that one of my favorite novelizations of BattleTech follows the Red Duke as one of the characters.
Who? He's a House
The
Garita
Red
man?
Duke. Yeah, he's predominantly in the like 30-20s to 30-30s for his story. Very cool, very interesting.
Gotta say at least it's not boring. Anyone gonna go back, have fun, chat? The stream, you mean? I appreciate John Matched. I'm back for a little bit to say that it's now or never that I'm binging all of his videos. At least it's not boring. Well, I'm glad you're not bored. Hopefully you actually enjoy them, but I'm glad you're not bored. Enjoy, Unmatched.
Oh, that has an AC-20.
That's a couple mechs. Yeah, I don't know. It's gotten a lot harder to meet people outside of an online space, especially when you consider like from a dating perspective. Like so much
Oh yeah.
dating happens online these days, which sucks for people who are not good at online dating. Like
Skill issue.
I'm bad enough at talking to people when I'm staring them in the face. How am I supposed to make them know that I'm not a piece of shit over text, you know?
You know, I don't think you should lie. That's bad on a first date.
Oh, that's a big fella. I'm gonna go ahead and
Yeah, he's
not
got
be
an
close to
AC-20.
him.
Don't get hit.
He's a little aggroed on me right now, so. He's turning really quick.
Centurions are one of the bodyguard mechs, so their goal is to protect other targets from lighter mechs.
I think we broke his good arm.
I did, yeah.
Okay, you broke it. It's not a group effort. You're right. It's just you.
I was the one torching it. I'm cooking him. Look, he's exploding.
Torch days! I definitely feel you. Frog. Kafrog. I am a very much introvert, and I find it difficult to socialize IRL, and I also don't like going out much IRL, so I don't have a lot of IRL friends. So I get what you're talking about.
My big thing is I don't like doing like in-person things, activities. If there was something that I
There are
enjoyed
4
going out and
mechs
doing,
down there.
Ooh, it's a whole lance. Panther,
boy.
standard, locust.
Before more hostiles converge on your position.
They also have a
standard
lot of
Shadowhawk.
ranged options.
Well, it's just the Shadowhawk. So the Shadowhawk has his LRM 5. The locusts we could kill.
They seem pretty aggroed onto me right now.
They are very angry at you, yes.
So I'm just trying to walk sideways, adjust my speed so they can't aim me. Just gonna keep moving in the hopes that I don't get hit much. That generally seems to work. Oh, you know what? A lot of these missiles are not coming from the mechs. They're coming from tanks. I can do something about that with my long-range lasers.
Once you've found a targeted asset, move up to it, and we'll begin the recovery procedure.
Excuse me?
Hostile transport ship coming in.
Uh-oh.
Are you kidding me? This is a terrible time for this.
Target is done. Cargo acquired.
Oh, fuck, there's 2 more of them. Oh, shit.
Ow.
Most people in my area of my age are into drugs or heavy drink. I just can't. My health is too poor as is. You know what? That's something that's very hard for me. I do not drink, and like alcohol is such a social thing in America that it can be difficult for me because it's like, oh, people aren't going to invite me out to a bar. I don't drink. So if they decide to do that, I'm not included in that.
Or even just like going out to eat is just expected that you drink.
Yeah, like when I'm the one guy who doesn't, you know, get a beer at dinner, it feels weird. Come here, little guy. I'm gonna fuck you up.
Jesus, that was close.
Down.
Okay. We should have gotten all of them. We're good.
I'm just gonna head for the retreat. Fuck those tanks.
Yeah, they probably don't have anything worth it. Anything.
Sorry about my username if it's too hard to pronounce it that way on purpose so when people read it and notice the 1P instead of 2, it sticks out more. The 1P, I see 2Ps. I'm not really sure what you're talking about.
Frog, I see your PP.
I mean, alcohol is legitimately poison. It is not meant to enter the body.
Given our long history with alcohol, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, Crossman, that it's probably not alcohol consumption that is leading to the rise of cancer. I am willing to say it is more related to pollution, particularly plastic and hydrocarbons in the atmosphere.
Sweet, there's a fire starter. I can sell that for this mission.
Bruh.
Take the broken one. I realize that it does have 2Ps. Did you intend for it to have one? Oops. Oopsie.
Now you have to delete your account and leave forever. I'm sorry. Like, you know the rules.
I mean, that's definitely a thing, some guy. I've talked about this before. Like, we have artificially extended human lifespans to a point that I think there needs to be less of a focus on, you know, continuing to increase lifespans and more of a focus on improving quality of life before we continue increasing lifespans. Because we're at a point where you see a person who is in their hundreds and you're like, they are not living a good life anymore. Stop with these icon thumbnails. No. I will not. Like you guys remember what the hell was Queen Elizabeth's husband's name? Philip? Is that his name? Or is Philip the one that...
I don't pay attention to the monarchy.
No, it's Charles. I'm pretty sure it was Philip. That dude was a zombie by the time he died. He was not living well. Iconic? Oh, okay. Okay. I thought you were being mean. I still won't stop. I won't stop with the iconic thumbnails. Forgot to repair shit. My bad. How are you doing today, Gloomy? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for liking on your way. I appreciate that. People are in their hundreds look like the old lady from SpongeBob who hated chocolate. Yeah, it's like when you get to that age, are you even actually alive anymore? Are you even there?
I agree. We should kill everyone over 60.
That's fair.
Retirement is a dirt nap.
The cure of stopping the aging process is around the corner, and for what? To live in a planet on fire?
Well,
I mean, listen.
So, I'm a climate doomer, like through and through. You're talking to the right crowd here. But I will tell you, humans are tenacious little shits. And no matter how bad the situation gets, there will still be, like, humanity unless we, like, nuke ourselves. So it will just be a different way of living in the future. It won't be as full, I think. There won't be as much biodiversity. But we will still exist, and it will just be more uncomfortable.
Yeah, I gotta love these long, hot summers. More of those, please. Those are epic.
I mean, as the temperature increases, you will see more places adopt air conditioning. You will see more places adopt architecture that reduces overall heat retention. Humanity will adapt. Humanity always has, but it'll be uncomfortable.
Had my 21st birthday yesterday, and now I'm feeling old, but glad to be catching the stream. Well, we're glad to have you here, and happy birthday. You're not old. You've got 4 more years until you're old.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not as ancient as me.
Postal Service would adopt AC. Oof, that's a rough one. I wish Europe would adopt AC. Sometimes I think about moving to somewhere in Europe, and then I'm like, oh wait, they don't tend to use AC over there. What the hell is a From the Sky mission? Well, we're about to find out.
Crossman, there probably is ways to cool the
fuck!
planet's
I started
overall
that job
temperature.
before I got my shit repaired again. God damn it, I'm an idiot. Okay, I can get my shit repaired before the mission starts. That's good.
I do think that probably one of the greatest things that the future generations will remember us for, it's not acting soon enough on climate change, even though we had more than enough warning.
We had people literally screaming that we needed to do something about it.
In like the 80s. Like Jimmy Carter, you might not like him, but he had his finger on the pulse on this one.
For an imminent invasion of the area. Your job is to eliminate any defending forces and capture the enemy fortification. Destroy the radar dishes directing the anti-aircraft fire. Once they've gone, our employer promises to land a few extra units to help you out.
Oh,
Extra units.
I have something we could discuss. So, semi-recently, Brian David Gilbert released a video about being a midnight gourmand. And what does that mean? That means that in the middle of the night, you will do some cooking experiments. Oh, geez.
Watch out.
This midnight cooking experiment is when you come up with those really creative, weird foods. Or like the really easy foods where it's like, oh, you make a scrambled egg, some pan-fried spam, and rice, and you make like a little sandwich or something. What are some midnight gourmand things that you guys make or you like to make as midnight snacks that are not quite just like chips or like the donut at the back of the refrigerator, but something that you make?
Who the hell keeps
like
donuts
a
in a
real meal.
refrigerator?
I don't know, weirdos.
I don't really have anything like that. I usually just make yogurt. And by make yogurt, I mean open yogurt. Sometimes I'll put granola in it.
I love granola. Granola slaps so hard.
My the company I work for has their fingers in a lot of pies, and we have solid, you know, it's not just dried fruit and honey that we crush on, we also have amazing granola, so.
Bro, you can't be like, oh, I'll never tell you my workplace, and it's like, we have the best mango. We have the
We
best
do, though.
granola.
We just do.
Stop, you're torturing me. Cease.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, we don't really ship outside of the Pacific Northwest, so you'd be fucked anyway. Oh, Jesus.
Oh God. I'm very dedicated to getting foods I enjoy. Like back when it got discontinued, Oreo O's, the cereal, I used to import from South Korea.
Bruh.
I'm insane.
I could make a business shipping our products out to places that aren't Pacific Northwest.
I mean, if you ever wanted to make a roll at your business, I would start to like maybe do a bit of the groundwork and then pitch to your boss, be like, hey, we could really do XYZ. Here are some good markets, blah,
I
blah,
mean,
blah.
I've already got you chomping at the bit for my shit,
I know!
so I just be
idiot.
like, listen, CEO, my viewers really want our stuff,
My viewers.
but I can't tell them where I work because then they'll dox me. So what if we set up a store where I take a cut?
Yeah, exactly. So what you do is you set up like Captain Mack eShop, and it's like, oh, you have Captain Mack granola, Captain Mack dried mango,
Captain Max honey.
Exactly. You just rebrand it. Oh, big brain.
Enemy radar capability.
No, I mean, like, legitimately though, I have considered, like, okay, if I'm ever able to do YouTube full time, would I try to coerce my company into like doing a sponsorship with me because I legitimately enjoy our products and want to tell people about them.
That's like on the edge of unethical, but also like, that's how business happens.
But like, if I'm not working there anymore,
True, that's true.
Friendly dropship landing.
if it's just a company that I worked for, that I you know love the products of and enjoyed working for, I think that's different.
True.
Mac put me in a dog cape in his bathroom. He's making me say weird shit to add plot to the stream. He feeds me one Cheerio a day. Cheerio? It's going down to half if you keep complaining. I will spend $30 on Mountain Dew Whiteout. I have considered importing, it sounds weird to call it importing, but importing Verner's from the Midwest because I miss it so much, but it's just so expensive to get it here.
Liquid shipping sucks.
But Verner's is so good, and I miss it so much, and I'm pretty sure I got hit by an artillery strike. No, that was not me. That was the enemy. That was seen. Never mind. We're good. Could be a partnership at this point. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I could legitimately, like, I have offered my services as a video creator to my company. Not to, like, post stuff to my channel, but, like, we have a company YouTube channel that is completely dead.
It's the ship's rations. It's the crew's rations. It sells itself.
Honey lasts forever. It's easy to take on a shit. But no, like I've offered my services to like make videos for our YouTube channel that is completely dead because, you know, I feel like there is room for us to market our stuff that way.
Especially in short form video, I think you could get like insane traction.
Well, the thing that's really interesting, right, is we have a ton of product knowledge. Like we know so much about what we're selling. You guys have listened to me talk about how much I've learned about dates. Like we don't just sell this stuff. Well, we're also really knowledgeable about it. And there's some really interesting things that you could make a YouTube video about that would be like, not necessarily selling a product, but just here's information about something. Oh, also, we happen to sell this thing that you could buy right now if you want to.
Honestly,
there's
that's
room
the best
to do something like
content.
that. You guys remember fucking Blend Tech? Those motherfuckers are selling blenders, but they just made videos blending shit. That was their marketing strategy. And I'm sure it worked really well. Will It Blend was really
Holy
popular.
shit. We've struck gold, boys.
Ready to start pickup operation.
My midnight chef creation is the pizza sandwich, bread, ketchup, cheese, and at last pepperoni. That sounds fucking disgusting.
Ketchup? No, I mean, also, Midnight Gourmand is about doing stuff that is, like, culinarily questionable. You have to do something fucky. Like, oh, it's the gunk in the back of the fridge and I use that for seasoning.
It's the black mold mixed with
You know,
mixed with
it
peanut
has
butter.
that just the right amount of zing to it. I can't aim up. Help.
No, I don't think I will.
I don't have the upgrades for bonus range, so I can't toast the flyers.
I think the grossest regional beverage I've ever had was Moxie.
Oh,
Never heard of it.
Don't you dare fucking BM Moxie. It tastes like medicine, but I love that shit.
Don't say it doesn't taste good. It doesn't taste good, but I like it.
You're noticing a trend with me. Metal Dungeon, Dark Souls 2, Moxie, Captain Mack.
Hey!
Incoming battle mechs. A lot of them.
Survived the final assault. Oh, goodness. This sounds fun.
That battle mech is marked for destruction.
I mean, okay, if it's like good ketchup, like if it's like an Asian ketchup, they usually take that way more seriously than like Heinz or whatever. That is fine using ketchup in that way. But like US ketchup is not good enough to put on a pizza. Where's Dr. Pepper? You don't like Dr. Pepper? Skippy, what are you doing to me?
No, he's right. Well, Dr. Pepper's fucking gross.
Oh my god. What is happening here?
I don't know what people like about Dr. Pepper. It is disgusting.
Oh my god. I'm alone in this world.
But to be fair, I also just don't like most sodas. I don't like Coke because it just makes my teeth feel soft, which no one ever seems to understand what I mean when I say that. So apparently, I'm the only person having this experience. But Coke makes my teeth feel soft, and I hate that. And Pepsi is just okay at best.
The only like soda sensation that I think of is like if I have a lot of like grapefruit flavored soda, like Squirt, it will make my gums feel like not gums but like chewing gum. It's weird.
That is, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm crazy. I'm one of the weird ones.
I don't understand what the hell that means about your teeth, Mac. Yeah, no one ever gets it. I can't explain it. It's just like, I don't know. It's something about the way Coke like coats my teeth with sugar or something. It makes my teeth feel soft. There's not a lot of sodas that I like. I like Sprite. I drink Sprite quite a bit. And I miss Verner's so much. Verner's is the best ginger soda on the market. Cannon Dry miss me with that shit. It tastes like crap if you've had Verner's.
Verner's is really good.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A sauce on a hot dog, I'm gonna have to try it. That sounds like a real idea. Not to mention, this always comes up on Max streams, but I love making glizzies.
I haven't had a hot dog in a while.
Yeah, some guy gets it. Dr. Pepper is awesome.
You
It
can
tastes
unsubscribe. Suck it. Get out of here.
It tastes like how a soda fountain smells, and that's what I want.
What's the other streamer guy's name? Bill, what's your Twitch?
I don't have one.
Bill's just someone on my Discord who has given me enough money to earn the right to play video games sometimes with me.
I'm just a random. I just hang out here sometimes.
I've never had Verner's, but I've heard it. It's like very gingery ginger ale, and I'm here for it. So it's not really ginger ale. It's not really ginger ale or ginger beer. It's ginger soda. It's if you're looking for like a ginger experience, it's not really what you're looking for, but it is one of the best ginger drinks on the market for sure.
It's really good for Werner floats, ginger ale floats. That's it's one of its primary things.
Oh yeah, it's. Oh man, there was an urban available, and I didn't take it, but I need one. Well, oh well.
There'll be more urban mechs, I promise you.
I need urbans and javelins, unless there's a better job I can get here.
I have played Frostpunk. I know the appeal. It's like it's too much anxiety for me. Maybe I just have like analysis paralysis on too many things, but like Frostpunk, I desperately want to have things be in control, and Frostpunk is explicitly about losing control continuously.
I think I'm going to cut this javelin job. Getting 2 javelins is a pain in the ass.
That is quite difficult.
But killing 3 urbans, that I like.
And we could kill urban mechs all day.
I still have, so when I first moved here, my grocery store sold Werner's, which I was so surprised by. They did not sell it in the soda section. They sold it in the drink mixer section, which, you know, goes to show.
Oh, that makes sense.
You know, it goes to show like how it isn't really available here, that it's like a novelty thing. So I was able to get Werner's for a while, but they stopped selling it. And I was so upset.
No.
And I still have 1 in my refrigerator that I haven't drank, and I'm just waiting for a particularly bad day where everything feels hopeless and I can't go on anymore to drink it.
A psychotic break episode. Break out the Werners.
Yeah.
Obviously, so when Mack opens his P.O. box, send him nothing but Werners.
Oh my god, if I would open a P.O. box if I knew that I would just get a shit ton of Werners through it.
Well, you heard him, guys.
If you promise me Werners, I'll finally open the P.O. box.
Oh, damn. I do think, Crossman, Frostpunk highlights a specific thing that it took me a very long time in games to get over, but, like, I would always try to play the game perfectly. And I don't mean, like, oh, I want to, you know, beat this boss without taking damage. It was like, I want the best secret ending, and I want to be all the Paragon points, and I want to have max, relationship points with all of my party members. Like, I used to play games like that, and it took me a long time to get to a spot where I kind of just want to play as a character and see the story dynamically emerge. Like, if I want the perfect ending, or I want to see the perfect ending, I'll just look it up on YouTube. It's not difficult to find that if I want that. I want to see what this specific character story is, and I think that that's really interesting. Skippy bringing up Disco Elysium is like a perfect example of telling a story through failure.
Yeah, the video I watched from Yurik about Disco Elysium, I love the idea that sometimes failure is a form of success. It should be rewarding to fail sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes, you know, it should be frustrating here and there, but I like the idea of failure as a form of success, and I will definitely play that game eventually once I give myself enough time to forget the major plot twist. I gotta piss. I'll be right back.
Spezzy, interesting. I'm surprised another, like, citrus soda can compete with Fanta, because like Fanta is one of those things that I associate with Europe the same way that like Nutella I associate with Europe. I know recently in terms of like drink foyers, I am, and don't tell Mac, grabbing 7-Up, Canada Dry, and pomade because I'm going to be making Shirley Temples for myself. I don't know what it is about that drink, but it just like brings me back to my childhood. I think it isn't like a property of Mexican Fanta, Skippy. I think it's just U.S. Fanta sucks dick. I think all of our soda is just like unpalatable, and we're just like corrupted by like all of the corner cuts that they did. Because I think soda once upon a time was a really delicious drink, and then we just kind of like made it slop. I Crippled Frog with the whole like reminding me of shared times. Like, I really like nostalgic things. Obviously, everyone likes nostalgia. But what I mean by that is like, it is really good to ground yourself in retrospection, and doing that with smells, media, food, drink, I think is a good thing to do. Like, it recontextualizes where you're at, because sometimes you're at a better spot and sometimes you're at a worse spot. But it's all telling you that things change. So it's okay if things are bad, they will get better. And if things are good, you want to recognize, like, yeah, things are good. I'm feeling good about it.
I love soda, though. I might be biased because all my family drank soda, so you're responding to that. Sadly, they're all past now. So when I drink soda, it reminds me of them and the times we shared. That's cute. Just one last thing on the Werner's thing. When I was a kid, I grew up in New England, in New Hampshire specifically. So my ginger drink of choice was Canada Dry, and I thought Canada Dry was the shit, and I liked Canada Dry a lot. We moved to Michigan and went to a restaurant, and I got Verner's because it was like the ginger soda option. It was the ginger ale option because they didn't do Canada Dry in the Midwest, and for good reason. And so I got the Verner's, and I sucked down like 3 glasses in a row, and now I think Canada Dry is shit. Canada Dry to me is just a Verner's but worse. My dad thinks that New Coke was used to hide the switch to high fructose corn syrup. I don't think that's the case. I think they just took advantage of the opportunity to do so. And the New Coke outrage is itself overblown because, yes, people were mad, but the people who, like, the idea that it tasted different or even worse is overblown. In a blind taste test, most people couldn't tell the difference between Coke and New Coke. It was just the fact that they changed that made people mad.
I don't like change.
Bill, pay Mack a copy of Frostpunk. Let him review how failure is good for you. I want to meet someone who liked the New Coke. I'm pretty sure people who like Coke liked New Coke too. They just were mad that it changed, and mentally made it taste like shit to themselves.
Hey, Green.
Can you even name the stream after it, Pog? I polled the Discord for titles, and this was the best I got, so.
I don't know if that is gloomy, but I will say I definitely have ADHD, and I definitely have probably something similar. Don't know if it's related to that, where I will make like a just giant fuck off amount of something. Like just recently, I made many pounds of Kung Pao chicken. It was many chicken breasts that I thawed and put together this giant dish, and then I just have it with rice like every day for weeks. I'm weird. Lay's barbecue chips and Oreos.
That's a weird one.
I kind of want to try that now. It's one of those things that like that's some Eldritch knowledge that is the like the event horizon of humanity's palate. Like way back when it used to be Timmy went out and he ate the berries and it killed him. Now we're at the phase of I've combined 2 foods that should never be combined, and I need to know what that is.
I have ADHD too. Life is salad, time is pain. People's reactions to my posts are more addicting than cocaine. You know, maybe
affirmation.
Maybe you should work on not obsessing over that kind of thing so much. You do have control. It just needs to be trained.
Our Jenner has one of their lasers broken.
These mechs aren't fixed?
Well, we don't have a spare short burst tier 2 laser.
Fuck. What do I got in here?
We have 10 tons spares, so
we have a short burst laser. It's in there.
Fire starter. Well, not a tier 2.
That's fine. It doesn't need to be a tier 2. What do I want you to pilot? You can take some shit. There you go. Fire starter. Rah. When I was a teen, I used to eat Kit Kat and drink Dr. Pepper together so often that now I can't eat a Kit Kat without craving the doctor.
Oh,
you also
okay.
have had strange food habits your entire life. You used to eat just raw onions.
I agree. Like colas and chocolate are one of those weird combinations that I also really enjoy.
You imply people with ADHD have self-control? No, you. I said the opposite of that. I said you have to train it. You have to gain control over it.
Our client has gained reliable intel on a series of warehouses they want neutralized. We are to proceed to each location.
That is a lot of locations.
Verify the buildings and destroy the marked
We're blowing up buildings. Good news is we have 2 mechs with flamethrowers.
Hostile activity in the area, Commander. So don't stick around any longer than you.
Real men just walk through it. I can't remember if I talked about this on stream, but I'm thinking about it now because we were talking about food. During my trip to visit vendors last week, there was this one group we went to visit. They sell us a lot of dried fruit, and we took a walk through their like peach orchard, and he was like showing off his peaches, and this guy was really funny. He like would grab a peach off of the tree, and then just rip it in half and hand me the half to try.
This is a great peach. Here, try it.
It was so funny, like because like, you know, he was like, you're not gonna eat the whole peach, so you can just toss it on the ground when you're done. But he wanted to, like, you know, stretch the peaches so he wasn't ripping a bunch of peaches off his tree. So there was 4 of us. So he would take 2 peaches off the trees, rip both of them in half with his bare hands, and then just hand you one of the halves. It was so funny.
Do you think there's like something weirdly sexual about tearing a peach in half because it kind of looks like a butt?
Probably. I like legit when I was in my hotel room the night after that, I was like, I wonder if I could do that. And I grabbed, because one of the, not this vendor but a different vendor who also grows peaches, like gave me a bag of peaches, and so I was like, I wonder if I can do that, and I like stuck my thumbs in there, I ripped it in half, and I was like, yes, I can. It's not easy though. It does take a lot of strength.
Oh, what was it? I'm trying to remember. Like, A&W root beer. Not like from the can or from like a 2-liter bottle, but like from a real fountain where it's mixed, where it's not just a syrup, is really good. I don't know what they do. I don't know what their formula is. I don't know why it's different, but real A&W root beer goes very hard.
I'm really not that much of a root beer guy. Like, I like it, but I don't like it as much as other people do. To say I struggle a lot with my ADHD despite being medicated. It's you know, I had a coworker who would go on rants about this all day. There's definitely like there's a culture of medication in the American healthcare system rather than a culture of control. You have the ability to take control of your mental hang-ups, you know, or your mental illnesses, or whatever you want to refer to it as. Does that mean that you shouldn't have medicine? No, there's always a place for it, but, you know, working on your own ability to have control over it should come before medication, in my opinion.
As someone who lives with unmedicated ADHD, one thing that helped me, it may help you, is create ritual. And what I mean by that is, whenever you need to do something, like for example, if you need to focus, have a set of tasks or something that you do while you're being productive that'll help your brain snap into that mode. Because ADHD people have focus. They hyper-focus on stuff. So if you could trick your brain into hyper-focusing on something you want it to, that could weaponize it and help you overcome some of your symptoms. So, like, for me, whenever I am trying to work on something, I will listen to some of my favorite jams. I have a particular playlist that I change up change stuff on, but I will listen to that, and when I listen to that music, I am able to focus. Not forever, but enough to get stuff done. It's like I have to trick my lizard brain into letting me use it.
And just in response to what Green said, I am not trying to make it sound easy. It is a very difficult thing to do. I just mean to say that medication should not be the end-all, be-all of, you know, controlling mental illness. Or,
it's a step. A lot of it's behavioral.
Yeah, it's just there is a very strong culture in American healthcare that just medicate, and you're good.
Put a pill in him, it'll fix him.
Yeah, and it really needs to come from a place of like, let's learn to control it and medicate if needed. The problem is, like, there's research to suggest that a lot of people who are on medication for these things don't really need it. And not from a, like, quit being a snowflake standpoint, but just legitimately from a, you know, there are people who have legitimate chemical imbalances that just make it impossible for them to control it, and there are people who, you know, have very mild symptoms that aren't getting the proper treatment and are just being given pills. You know, every individual has to deal with it differently. You can't just medicate everybody.
It's a complex topic.
I mean, like, you know, me personally with my own mental illness issues, like I feel like mental illness is the wrong word. What word should I be using? Is that right? I don't know. But like with me and my anxiety and my depression have always been things that I've dealt with on my own without medication, without therapy. But I've had some situations recently that I will not disclose that have made me realize that I don't have as much control over it as I thought I did. And I am, you know, considering the path of medication to make it easier for me to control it.
I think a good way to summarize it is that not everyone needs medication, but everyone needs a therapist. The same way that you have a PCP, and everyone should have a PCP, and someone that understands your individual health situation and can help you make informed decisions about your mental health, your condition, your mood, whatever it is that's perhaps troubling you, or just something that you're working on. I think that it's a good place to be when you have professional help, that they know the science and they can help walk you through what you need to do to accomplish your goals.
I would agree with that. As someone who does not go to therapy because I'm cheap and poor and American healthcare system.
American healthcare system is all you need to say there.
Yeah, I wish therapy was more readily available to me.
I wish it was readily available to everyone. It's a problem.
Mental health problems? Yeah, sure, why not? Just mental health in general, like whatever form it takes, whether it be depression, whether it be anxiety, whether it be ADHD, whatever it is. You know, my point is not don't medicate. My point is not throw out your medication. My point is, if you've never approached it from a therapeutical standpoint, you should try that too.
It's holistic. There are many aspects to health.
There is no one right answer for everybody. Physical. That's just not realistic.
No, there is one right answer, and it's everyone should use Vernors instead of Canada Dry.
That's true. That's true. No, that is 100% true. The right answer is Vernors is absolutely better than Canada Dry. There is no discussion to be had there.
No contest.
You're living on hardcore mode, but the use is really just so messed up in those regards. I can't even like get into my frustrations in that regard. Everything I would say has been said already. It's not good. Visiting a therapist should be viewed the same in the healthcare system as getting a physical. It should just be a routine thing that everybody does.
Yeah, 100%. Because like, health is so interconnected. Like, oh, you obviously are eating poor because there is some.
I'm sorry. I gotta interrupt you for a second. Different flavors of Canada Dry. This is new to me. Green tea, Canada Dry. That does not sound good.
What? No, now I need to try that. That sounds interesting because I love. So I don't know if any of you all remember, and I don't know if it still exists, but Monster had a tea like line that they came out with. It was like white tea, yerba mate, and green tea, and I loved all three of those. So if there's more stuff like that, I want it.
That doesn't sound real. I think they're making that up.
Green, I want to eat poor people. You know, instead of eat the rich, eat the poor. We'll solve homelessness.
I'm on HTR, and like, what in the hell do trans people in the US do? Must be incredibly expensive. I mean, ask Green.
They die, unfortunately. Like, no meme, it is just unfortunate and sad.
Yeah. The Monster peach tea. Yeah, it's one of those things where if you start life with a debilitating illness or mental health issues that require medication, you are starting life with a debuff because you're going to have to pay for something that you have no control over.
Hard mode enabled.
I'm lucky in that despite the fact that I have mental illness issues and I have mental health issues, the fact that I have mental health issues, they have generally been tame enough for me to control. It is only at the age of 25 that I'm considering the medical route. I have been able to, manage it on my own for the most part. I'm very lucky in that regard.
The vast majority of untreated mental illness is in those that are high functioning because they could just get away without doing it. Because like whenever you see case studies or people writing books on like things like borderline personality disorder, they're analyzing cases where it's like the worst ones, the ones that have to go to therapy, like because someone else in their life was really compelling them to do so, or because there was some blocker in like a relationship. So they see the worst examples of it. I would say most people have some amount of brush with mental health. They have to. It's part of the human condition. We all have brains. They all do funny shit.
Mm-hmm. The gifted child plateau. That's a fun
Some
one
of us
to
are
talk
all
about.
stuck on it still.
I got my debuffs when I was a teenager.
Sometimes you could change your difficulty midway through a playthrough.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I was very low functioning before therapy. Avoidant personality disorder is a hell of a drug. That's a new one. I haven't heard of that. Cranberry and blackberry. I'm sure cranberry Canada Dry.
Cranberry is good.
It's just
I
like
love
Canada Dry.
cranberry.
Canada Dry is not gingery enough for me. Verner's is like you're getting punched with ginger, and I love it. That's what I want. Canada
like
Dry
ginger
is like
beer more?
they. Well, yeah, I love ginger beer too.
Oh,
I love ginger beer. I like Verner's more than ginger beer because I really like the sweetness and the sugariness.
mm-hmm.
But Canada Dry compared to Verner's is like Canada Dry is not enough ginger. It's like they dipped ginger in it for a second. That's how it tastes to me.
I love me some Moscow Mule, so I love ginger beer.
Oh, that's for sure some guy. Like, goddamn, insurance is so fucking complicated. Like, just reading through, like, my insurance terms, it's so hard to understand. Because the terminology is just so confusing.
Some guy to
I
kind
can
of
afford
speak to it-
everything. I can afford all C-bills, all shares, all damage, and an airstrike support. Let's go, House
Hell
Davion.
yeah. Some guy. I have a bit of a background in this. I work in healthcare, specifically Safety Net Hospital, and I would have to say like there's lots of problems in the healthcare industry. It's not just one thing. It is a complex system, but the predominant issue is. I'm trying to think how to word this best. It's that the incentive structures aren't correct. The insurance companies aren't fully incentivized to negotiate the most aggressive, consistent rates. Hospitals are not incentivized to provide only needed care. There are value structures that aren't aligning with how the system should work, and that's the issue.
When I was a kid, I didn't know what ginger tasted like because I would drink Canada Dry ginger ale, and I just thought I was drinking, and just think I was drinking lemon lime soda. Yeah, it's just not that good, for real. Both bottles of green.
Gloomy joined the Discord. I always like when it's people pop into the stream, hang out for a bit, and they're like, "I want more of this. I'm going to the Discord."
Yeah, no, it's fun. We have a good community. We're at the wrong place. Ah, fuck.
Walk on up to the treasure to pick it up.
Treasure?
I hardly know her.
This is Sierra 2-1. Be advised, we are in the air and awaiting your orders.
Got the airstrike, baby.
That's close enough. Ready to start pickup operation.
Where the hell are you getting 2 liters for $1, Toyal? even years ago.
My man is living 20 years in the past.
I love me a good Bundy ginger beer. Bundaberg makes the good shit. But, to be fair, not super venturous with it. I also like Cock and Bull. Cock and Bull's pretty good.
Fucking ball?
No.
There they are, Commander. Take them out and let's get
Cock
the
and
hell out
Bull
of here.
City. No, you know what? There's only so many non-alcoholic beverage options when you go to a bar for trivia, so Cock and Bull was my drink of choice.
Oh, I brought this up while you're gone, but I'm currently buying all the
Okay,
stuff to
okay,
make
that's the
chili
place.
pickles.
That's all of them. I just immediately had missiles in my eyes. All right, target strike, target strike, target strike.
Danger close, danger close, danger close.
No, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Maybe. It might not be okay.
Our fire starter is about to get fucked.
Oh, uh-oh.
Oh, Daily, no!
He's all right, he's still alive. I don't even know if I got the guy I was aiming for. It takes so long to set up. Nope, he looks completely undamaged.
The Centurion took a lot. Come on, cookie bastard. Ow.
I agree with the valuation as well as the fact that there's an inhuman element to it. Sometimes children die because of a drug or surgery or diagnostic test isn't approved and there's no solution. I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, we treat health as a commodity rather than, you know, something you should...
A service.
Yeah.
It should be like USPS, because that's what it is. It's needed.
No, yeah, it's like... healthcare should not be something that is a product. It should just be something that is a basic need. It should be a right. And
I do think that things will get more interesting as we have more and more elective surgeries, because like transhumanism is going to take off, and I think that will recontextualize a lot of our relationship with healthcare, and will probably go far to assist the issue.
It's one of those things, like, if someone starts life with a disability that makes life harder for them, that they have no control over, how is it right to make their life more difficult by shackling them with a ton of cost? That just doesn't make any sense to me. There's no world that makes sense to me. In what world is being wheelchair bound an excuse to charge someone out the ass for living?
No, my flamethrowers.
Did you break them?
I did.
God damn it.
The Jenner only has so much armor.
Oh,
That's why I
also
wanna
the
upgrade to a
Panther's
Brave.
down.
No. Wait, the Panther died? He wasn't even the one that got airstriked.
No, he was not. He was fine. I have no
Oh
idea what
my
happened
God.
to him.
Lieutenant Black, no.
I hope he's still alive. Black's a good one. I'd be rich if it wasn't for my health expenses. They are so crippling. And that sucks. That's so unfair to you. It's like, you know, for a lot, I'm in a better place now because of the job that I have now. But there was a lot of times in my life where I'm like, if I get sick, I'm fucked. I can't afford to be sick.
If you liked being poor, how about poor with healthcare debt? Now, from the creators of Crippling Anxiety.
But, if it weren't for the U.S.'s fucked healthcare system, we wouldn't have Breaking Bad. So I think it's a worthy sacrifice.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think we all need to be aware of that. We need all
So-
need to just be honest with ourselves on that front.
With healthcare, I know I've talked about this before, and I will always harp on it, but right now we're paying for universal healthcare, because if you show up to the ER, we can't turn you away. No matter the hospital, you cannot be turned away from the ER if you have a life-threatening condition. It is illegal. If the hospital receives any federal money, which if you're a hospital, you are receiving federal money, you have to take everyone. So what we end up doing, and it's contextualized well with this example. I have John. John is 65 years old. He's getting on in years, and his kidneys are starting to fail. It happens. We all grow old.
No.
He does not have health care, or he doesn't have insurance, so he cannot get health care conventionally. And so he skips the appointment. At that appointment, he would have gotten a recommendation from his PCP to go on some kidney medication to help with his condition. This medication ultimately, over the course of 20 years, reduces kidney failure by like 2/3 of the time or something like that, depending on efficacy and whatnot. This costs $10 a month for this medication to make. Because John got turned away and had to continue on with his condition, eventually his kidneys start to fail. And because his kidney starts to fail, he starts to have other health conditions. And these other health conditions cause him to have to retire early and causes financial hardship on him. There were other options that are non-surgery options, like getting, or even just getting a transplant, that would have solved his kidney failure condition, that are cheaper than future options. But they're more expensive than the kidney medication. So let's say that's a $10,000 bill. Okay, eventually John makes it so long that his kidneys go into full failure, and he has to go onto dialysis. Dialysis is a really expensive hospice program. And what I mean by that is if you go on dialysis, you will be dead in 3 years, almost every time. It is very rare for someone to go on dialysis and then get off of dialysis. You are going to die. Dialysis is also obscenely expensive.
Oh
dialysis
boy, is it.
Yeah, like it's $80,000 a month or something like that for like twice weekly sessions or something like that. It's a lot of money. And that's not just expensive to the end user, the end customer, the patient. It is expensive to the system. If we just gave John the $10 of kidney medication for 20 years, we could have saved ourselves like many hundreds of hours on a dialysis machine. That is just a very inefficient use of our healthcare dollars. So we are paying for universal healthcare. We're just not doing it.
I did not process a lot of what you said, don't get me real.
Same.
Hard to disagree with that. Healthcare being a right means a lot of negative things for people working in healthcare. Can't subscribe to that. You're taking a very, I would say, doomer approach to it, where you can only see one version of universal healthcare.
Well, but like some guy, we're doing that. Like I said, we cannot turn people away from the ER. Nurses sometimes have to get stuck with like
and yeah, that's not
shifts.
to mention that healthcare workers already get shafted hard.
Yeah, like us having universal healthcare would not change working conditions. Those are two separate scenarios. If anything, universal healthcare would give us more federal protections. So like, I completely understand why you think this way, because healthcare is obtuse. It's draconic. It makes no sense. Everyone has a different opinion because we don't even know the whole problem, like collectively.
Nearly there, Commander. Approach the hidden object to pick it up.
Shared picture of Canada Dry in the Discord. Okay, cool.
That looks like
Toyo.
a fake product. That's not real.
Where did this? What is this? The green tea Canada Dry? Yeah, no, that looks like a mock-up. Is there a cliff over here? I think we have to go down through the little open pathway. By the way, I picked up a multiple mission one, so try not to get too busted during this.
I think healthcare worker pay is just the real issue isn't so much the money, because I feel like if the money problem is removed off the table, it's not a big deal. I think the real crux is working hours, and not just like total hours, because like I think people can manage with more hours. The real kicker is when you have a like 11-hour nurse that has to stay on because the relief nurse isn't on yet and has to stay till the 14-hour mark. Like when you have healthcare workers working 14 hours, it's not just, oh, that sucks for that person, they're miserable, their mental health takes a hit. They will make all of their mistakes in the last 2 hours that they're working, and that results in poorer healthcare outcomes, which is just bad for everyone.
Maybe not necessarily like, you know, I'm not saying like as a right, like it's 100% free all the time, but if someone is born with a disability that makes life more difficult for them, they shouldn't have to pay for that. We have the resources to take care of those people and make their life as what's the word I'm looking for here? As fair as everyone else's.
Well, and it's just, even if you're like, okay, fine, bleeding heart liberal, I don't agree with, you know, we should help everyone. Just think about it purely economically. If I have a longer living, healthier populace, they will work longer, pay more taxes, like, and I don't mean longer as longer hours, I mean longer as in more years of their life they will spend making productive work happen. It just makes sense. Like, if you pay for the healthcare, you will make all that money back. It, like, look at the government paying for birth control. Ignoring if you think that the government should pay for that or if it's all right to have birth control, etc. I don't want to get into that conversation. But spending money on that birth control is cheaper overall for the state because of healthcare or for childcare costs. It's like 27 cents on the dollar. Just to provide free birth control prevents welfare systems being overly taxed. Like, we're just not treating the roots of the problems.
I also have to say, like, it's again, we're looking at it from a very like doomer perspective, where we only see the negatives rather than, you know, realizing, you know, other free healthcare systems are not perfect, but it's better than the alternative in a lot of situations. You know, there are cons to every decision. Whenever I talk about gun control, I talk about this. Like, I am aware that implementing stricter gun control has its downsides, but it also has more upsides than downsides. That's how I feel about like free healthcare situations. Yes, there are downsides. Those downsides significantly outweigh the existing downsides.
Yeah, some guy. I don't know how much you keep up with like labor markets and stuff like that, or if you're talking specifically about the labor shortage in the healthcare environment. But right now, we are in a 40-year labor shortage because of like population demographics. We have relatively top-heavy societies. It's particularly pronounced in places like China because of their one-child policy, Russia because of all the recent war flight, and Japan because of their anti-immigration stances. We will see, like I said, for 40 years, there will not be enough labor to meet the demand of the market unless like AI does some really fucky-wucky bullshit and goes wild. And I don't think that's going to happen. So, like, while there was a healthcare provider shortage before, there was problems. There was probably what you're discussing before. I think the labor shortage is a permanent problem we will deal with for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Because unless we start having babies today, it ain't getting fixed.
Yeah, I mean, if it just go to any retail store and you'll know that the labor shortage isn't artificial. There's labor shortages in every field. It's not just medical. People don't want to work because they get treated like shit for working.
Where's my backup? I'm getting fucking shot, dude.
You charged ahead without any of us. You've done this to yourself.
Help me.
I did something to my mech, and now I only, like, I'm not accelerating like a vehicle. I have to hold W to accelerate, and then it goes back down. Is there a button that I pressed that fucked me up?
There is, but I know I've definitely changed that. It's like movement friction or something. Or inertia.
Yeah, because that's really not. Wow, there's a lot of mechs down here. Oh god, that's not good. And where are my NPCs? Get over here, guys! What the hell?
I think part of also our healthcare provider shortage issues, as some guys brought up, is because fellowship is fucked. We abuse our fellows like you wouldn't believe. And a fellow is like a proto-doctor. They are someone training to become a doctor.
What I just...
Oh my god, there's so many fucking urban mechs! Ah!
Hang on, there's a lot going on down
dying.
there. You are barely touched. Your health is good.
Ah! The Jenner has no armor.
You're so far out. You're so far out, though.
Help me. Help me. Very good.
Now I'm getting blasted.
Yeah, you deserve it.
What, for not charging ahead?
Exactly.
I lost my left arm. No, my right arm, actually. I still got my L laser. No, it is my left arm.
I was about to say, if you lose your large laser, that sucks.
No, I did lose my left arm. It just doesn't have my laser on it. We have another mission after this, you know.
Oh, boy. The Inner Sphere just needs to buy more urban mechs because it just makes war, like, uneconomic.
I mean, honestly, like, when it comes to any of these issues we're discussing, I am not close enough to any of them to really properly discuss or commentate on them. All I know is the problems that I see. And you know, the fact that I feel like there are solutions that just aren't being utilized. Because it benefits someone to not use those solutions.
Funnily enough, I'm very close to all of these. I work healthcare, and my background is in, like, teaching and artificial intelligence, so very topical. See you, son. I made that sound like, see you, son. See you, sonny.
Hostile transport ship? We're getting the hell out of here.
We're getting the hell out of here.
We are getting the hell out of here. I'm down. I'm running. I'm moving a bit slow. This is really pissing me off. I'm gonna look at the controls to see what turns this off. But Just gonna hop out of the stream for a little bit. So if it's still on, I'll come back, and if not, I'll just lurk on the server. See you, chat. Appreciate you, Unmatched. Talk to you later, brother.
I agree, some guy. The tabletop RPG and like the tabletop in general is one of my favorite things. Like suddenly, because I'm a Warhammer 40,000 refugee, and I always liked MechWarrior. I used to play like my local league back when the battle pods were in the arcade and stuff like that. But recently, when I moved over from Warhammer because of all of the shitty stuff that Games Workshop was doing, I have loved my time with BattleTech. It has been awesome. I loved the Mercenaries Kickstarter. It is fantastic. I cannot wait to get more plastic.
Man, so many video games are getting board games these days. It's insane. It's real. Like Divinity, Stalker, Elden Ring. I bought Dorf Romantic the other day. It's just a cute little city building puzzle game. It's getting a board game.
I laugh because BattleTech started as a board game in the 80s.
Dead Cells. Dead Cells getting a board game too.
The Stalker board game I am excited for.
I needed an urban mech to collect, right? For some job. Yes, I did.
You're asking the wrong guy.
I'm pretty sure I did.
This is... What is the mission type?
I don't know. I don't remember what's next. It was Battlefield,
Pick
I
a
think.
fight. Huh, okay.
Oh, we took a good amount of damage. Do
we
I
should
have
probably
any time until the next mission is up? No, it's today.
No. We should swap the Panther, and then you probably don't want to take your Phoenix Hawk because your large laser is about to break.
Yeah. It is what it is. What do I want to take instead? Panther would normally be a good option for me, but we've been using it. So, one of the other
Mac, will you
generators
ever
would
make
be
your
good.
own board game?
No.
Damn.
Will you ever
Only,
make a
dried
a
goods.
Captain Mack board game? No.
But we gotta merchandise you. Like, we already have the rations. We need to make, like, you know, a kind of Sea of Thieves-esque board game, and then just Captain Mack brand it.
Maybe I'll take the Vulcan VL2T. Never got a chance to try this thing.
Gloomy, I would probably identify as a libertarian, but that well has been so thoroughly poisoned by things like the Mises Caucus that I just, like, stay far the hell away, and I will never label myself as that. Also, I am of the strong opinion that anarchism becomes another form of government given time. There's no such thing as indefinite anarchy.
It's like we were talking about with fucking Legend of Korra and Zahil's dumbass philosophy. Oh, let's kill every
It's
world
all
leader. That'll make
cyclical.
everything better. No, you
You
idiot.
keep
No.
coming back to it. It's like
'Cause-
child labor.
Because it's true. If you kill all the world leaders, new ones just take their place. It's not realistic to expect that to not work. Or it's unrealistic to expect that to work. It's dumb. Zahil was an idiot.
Idiot.
All right, we'll try this. I don't know how I feel about this mech, but we'll see.
I think it is a little too scattered. Like the Vulcans' guns are just all over the place.
Man, we've been on political shit all day today.
Sorry, that's my fault. I keep engaging.
It's fine. It's good. It's good content. But let's talk about. So someone suggests a topic that's a little more upbeat.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. What jelly should you use? Fight now.
How about none? Because jelly is fucking gross.
Oh no.
You have to be alive to spend it. Come back safe. Walk on up to the treasure to pick it up.
Because I hear people swear by grape jelly. I hate grape jelly. I hate it so much. Skippy, no!
Beginning recovery now.
Oh no. Me and Skippy are entering our like love-hate arc.
Goose is on this. Goose is on the grape jelly too. By the way, guys, you haven't liked the stream. Forgot to mention that. I haven't mentioned that in a while.
Gloomy, you don't like Skippy? That's kind of fucked up. He's in the chat, you know.
That's true. That's true. Nah, but Jiff all the way for real though.
I'm seeing multiple
Okay, now smooth or extra chunky?
Smooth.
position.
I'm a smooth guy. It's got to be smooth.
I don't like mixed textures. If I can avoid it, I try to. I want my food to be a single texture.
Oh, mint jelly. Ugh. I don't like mint, but I'm wondering, like, does that actually work?
I didn't pay attention to what weapons I've got on deck here. Okay. A machine gun and a flamer on the same group. I don't love that.
Well,
An
they're about the
AC2.
same range. The AC2 burst fire is going to be your primary thing. That thing has a very far range.
Yeah, I remember it was on the Centurion, I think. Ooh, did that hurt, buddy? Did you not like that? You little shithead.
Additional reinforcements. Brace yourselves.
Fire starter.
I don't have great air options this time, so I can't snipe down all the helicopters.
Your AC2 is actually really good at that.
Yeah, but I have to lead the shot.
AC2s travel very fast. You should be fine. I believe in you.
Nope, missed it. This thing does shit damage, though.
AC2s, I think, by default only do about 2 damage. That's why they're AC2s.
Enemy destroyed.
I hate the texture of jelly and jams, guys. I'm missing
Really?
that.
Oh, like a
It's so
jam, like
gelatinous.
a buttered and jammed bagel is like my favorite breakfast.
Man, I eat a cream cheese bagel for breakfast every day. My bagel brand has been complete shit lately. They're so dry and crumbly, and it's pissing me off.
No.
I don't know what happened. They were fine before.
COVID cost cutting happened.
No, I'm talking about like earlier this year they were fine.
Well, but like the pressures of it. So what's happened with inflation and everything is that there's not only shrinkflation where the portions are going down, but the quality of ingredients are going down. Not to mention laborers being less skilled in those tasks. So like your baker may just be less experienced now.
Well, whoever they've got concocting their bagels, I'm sick of it. I want my good bagels back.
I really like Costco bagels just because you get so many of them and they're always fresh.
I don't have a Costco near me, nor do I have any reason to pay for a Costco membership.
I really like not only just their products, but they have like stuff outside of their warehouse. Like their City Visa card is one of the best credit cards in existence because not only does it have some of the best consumer reports numbers for like customer service, it also has some of the best currency exchange rates. So if you buy stuff like in a foreign market, it has the best up-to-date Forex exchange rates on the market.
Not financial advice.
Not financial advice.
My blueberry and strawberry preserves, mixed blueberries and strawberry preserves is beyond amazing.
Ooh. People got some good takes with the preserves. I like that.
I want to grow blueberries so bad, not until I can get a house though, and that's like at least 5 years away. Huh? It's nice that you think you'll be able to afford a house.
Oh, it's tragic.
Imagine affording real estate. Couldn't be me.
Yeah, couldn't be me.
Shut up, landlord.
No one wants to hear from you, Rantoid.
I was never an Uncrustables guy. Sorry to say it, fellas. I don't really see the point. It's not that hard to make a sandwich.
I hate Uncrustables just because they were like one of the few things always served at my middle school. So it was just disgusting. Like I always just associate that with like shitty lunchroom food.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't like this mech.
It's difficult. It doesn't really have a role. It's kind of an everything. It's like a Shadowhawk, except somehow shittier.
Banana
Now,
Bread's
don't get me
underrated,
wrong.
I feel. I've gone on this rant before, but here I go again. I do not
hate
like
banana.
anything but that is banana flavored. And I don't just mean artificially, I mean like banana bread is gross to me. I like bananas as bananas. I don't want bananas in anything else. I don't want bananas in my shakes. I don't want bananas in my bread. I don't want banana in my fucking Laffy Taffies. I only like bananas as bananas.
I love potato bread. Potato bread's really good. It's surprisingly fluffy for what it is.
Banana in pizza. Okay, you can go
Banana
ahead and
in
unsubscribe.
pizza?
You can just go ahead and
it's not a truck
unsub.
stream, but we're close enough.
Our window for extraction is closing.
Why banana and like I can't imagine the flavors mixing well.
Mac is a purist. I don't know. It doesn't work for me. Like anything, I don't know why. Like bananas taste fine. I like bananas. But you put banana in anything else and the flavor changes and gets distorted and it doesn't taste good anymore.
Yeah, I can see that. For Gloomy, sweet on pizza, there are some things that I think can work. Like if you had, what is it called? It's when you encrust bacon, like with like brown sugar and stuff. Glazed bacon?
Sure.
Glazed bacon on pizza is tasty. Like sweeter hams, like glazed ham on pizza, tasty. I think sweet can work on pizza. It's difficult. It's not an always thing.
We have a comical number of flavors at this point because I'm just stocking up.
Hell yeah.
You ever tried Spanish pastelón? It's very damn good banana cake with cheese and cow meat. Cow meat? In
What?
bread? In cake? Meat in cake?
Elaborate.
Did you mean to say
Elaborate
milk?
now.
Did you mean cow milk?
No, I need to know now. You've piqued my interest. I'm looking this up. What the fuck? It's a Puerto Rican dish.
I baked-
It's a Puerto Rican lasagna.
I baked bread and the guy walked over, knocked on the loaf, and then told me he wouldn't eat that if it was the last bread on earth. He didn't even have to taste it to know he just knew it was trash. Bakers know what they're talking about, man.
True. They built different, you know? What the heck? So it's a lasagna. Okay, so it normally uses plantains. So I get that. Plantains are something closer to like a potato in taste. So that being in a lasagna makes perfect sense. But banana? Maybe I just like I've always had sweet bananas. I don't see how that fits.
That doesn't... No thanks. Banana.
Banana.
Okay, let's see. Getting repairs. It's gonna be fun. Am I near industrial hub? No, I am not.
Nordic pizza. What the heck is Nordic pizza?
NordVPN.
Sponsored by.
I've got NordVPN sponsorship offers.
Damn.
I'm getting all the big ones. I got my ass.
Raid Shadow Legends.
I got several Raid Shadow Legends offers.
Asparagus, broccolini, and sausage. That can work. Like, if the asparagus is like burnt to a crisp, I think I would love that.
Oh shit, my L laser. Did it get destroyed? No.
It probably got damaged.
It didn't. It got damaged.
Please, I need me a NordVPN. I mean, you can't beat the internet historian NordVPN like sponsor videos. Like they just are so elaborate at this point.
Oh, I mean, you just can't beat his sponsorships. It just doesn't. It's not gonna happen.
I don't know if I would like the bananas. If I ever have the opportunity to make it or try it, I will try Crossman because that sounds really unique. Grilled pepperoni, melted mozzarella, and breaded chicken cutlet. You're eating a, chicken pizza at that point. You're eating a chicken pizza sandwich. Skippy.
Banana curry pizza, popular in Finland, Norway, and Sweden. It doesn't sound good.
What the heck? This is bizarre. We're venturing into areas of culinary science that I dared not venture before.
It just doesn't sound good, brother.
That's Skippy. That's why you dip it in marinara sauce. Done. Boom. You have pizza sandwich. You fool. You buffoon. You baboon.
You piece of shit.
Hey, that's too far.
Man, I really want a good barbecue chicken pizza right now.
Real.
That sounds really good. I won't order one, but... Or maybe I fucking will order one. I haven't had pizza in forever and I kind of want it. And
Did you ever order that pizza that one person like sent you money to have a pizza for?
Sammy, and no, what did I get? It was on the 24-hour stream. What did I get to eat? I think I did get pizza. No. I got Chipotle. So no, I did not.
Well, if you want to make good on that promise, otherwise I'm telling Sammy.
These nuts.
What is kebab sauce? Kebab. Like, I have an idea of what it is. I just don't know what it is. Man, I wish I could have chicken pot pie still, but like all of it is just so much dairy. I love like pie crust and gravy so much. Like I could just eat nothing but that for like weeks.
Can I see Mac eat the pizza? No.
Yeah.
No, you cannot.
Garlic sauce. I mean, I love garlic and onion. Anything garlic and onion immediately has my attention as a food. Flash Strike difficulty 21.
I have not been paying attention to the difficulties at all. I've just been choosing shit and going with it.
We've been doing pretty well. I would say the only thing that I'm kind of stuck on is I'm still in a light mech, and we should probably be moving to mediums by now.
I mean, no one told you can't.
I don't want to use the Vulcan or the Centurion.
Well, you're gay.
No, that's impossible.
I like my Phoenix. I don't intend to change it.
The Phoenix Hawk is probably one of the best mechs, like in most of BattleTech, because its entire role is a scout leader mech that is good for command and is entirely built around hunting other light mechs. It is just very good at what it does. It's very specialized.
I like it. I like Papa John's because of the garlic sauce. Now I have Marco's, which also has garlic sauce and better talking pizza, which is my new go-to. I really miss Hungry Howie's, which is very much a Midwest thing. Wow, I've never seen a city map before. This is exciting. I can't wait to blow it all up.
I love city maps. They're great.
When you're in a mech game, you just want to break shit. You know, one of the most fun parts of EDF is just destroying the city when you're playing it. It's not a mech game. It's just an example.
I would argue it's a mech game, especially the more recent ones.
Specifically, the Fencer is definitely like based on mech gameplay.
Oh my god! Anyone who's a Fencer main, I have mad respect to you because I am also a Fencer main, but rip our pinkies.
Oh my god, yeah.
My pinky strength is infinite after playing Fencer.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Especially EDF 5 with like some of the frames that made it possible
cancel?
to just spam.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
My hand is so strong after that.
Ooh, that hurts.
Ooh, Kintaro. Okay, holy shit. Yeah, this is a mech I would want if we could get it. I hope we bought salvage shares.
Oh, there's like 4 salvage shares. I think there's a ton.
I hope it's enough. And I hope it drops. Kintaros are like the missile boat of choice. Ow. Don't shock on me. Don't do it. Ow.
Yeah, so Hungry Howie's is always my favorite chain pizza in the Midwest. Little Caesars sucks. It's crap garbage. It's McDonald's of pizza. You buy it when you don't want to spend a lot of money.
No, they're the only place that has non-dairy pizza. They're good.
Their pizza's garbage. No, it's awful.
No.
You can say what you want about the non-dairy pizza. I don't know anything about that, but their Knoll pizza, it's terrible. There's a reason it costs $5 for a large. It's garbage pizza.
Oh, my pizza. I'm getting chewed up out here.
I lost an arm. No, I did not. I lost a weapon on an arm. Well, it's harder for us to like coordinate who we're attacking in the city environment because the buildings kind of get in the way.
I know there's a hotkey that you could make all of your NPC pilots attack one specific target, like the one you have selected.
I've just been attacking who everyone else is attacking.
I mean, that also works. Right now, I'm just mostly trying to survive.
Black took some damage.
Luckily enough, with an urban map, there's lots of opportunities to duck behind buildings.
Yes, I've definitely been using that for cover. This one just will not go down. It's so beefy. There we go. God damn. Get punched. Get punched, asshole. Oh, he's after me now. He didn't like getting punched. Back off, asshole. You get punched again, huh? Is that what you want? Dick? Non-dairy ice cream at Stewart's gas station. I feel like non-dairy ice cream is not that hard to come by. Maybe good non-dairy ice cream is hard to come by. I don't know, but...
Ow, I cannot take any more damage. My center torso is fucked.
I mean, we're extracting now, so it's good. If anyone ever comes upstate New York, stop at Stewart's gas station and get their ice cream. I head to bed for now, but hope y'all are going to enjoy the rest of the stream. Appreciate you, Gloomy. Thanks for stopping by. We'll talk to you later.
Take it easy, Gloomy. I do not know what a Stewart's gas station is, other than obviously it's a gas station.
There's an ice cream shop near me that I have yet to try, and I won't say what it is because I don't want to dox myself. But they do a lot of really weird ice cream flavors, like savory ice cream flavors.
They have the best ice cream in the world, and I can't have it because that would dox you.
I don't know. I haven't been there. I said I haven't been there yet, but no, they do weird shit. They do like savory ice creams. They'll do like a black pepper ice cream. And my friend goes there all the time because they have like rotating flavors, and she says they're really good. It doesn't, you know, when I think of ice cream, I don't think of savory flavors, but she says they're really good.
No, the Kintaro didn't drop.
I don't have enough shares for whatever this one is either. Unfortunate.
I mean, if you want the Griffin, you can. It's only 18 shares.
I only have 15.
On my screen, it says you have 26.
Nope.
That's weird. Rip. The Centurion lost the AC-10.
Oh. Mac, I've heard about them. They're pretty. They've featured on some shows, from what I know. I don't know. I didn't know anything about them until my friend said I have to go. And I'm right next to them too. I just haven't gone. You know why? Because the first time I went there, the first time I tried to go there, there was just an insane amount of people outside because they were, you know, it's like a destination spot at this point.
400 degrees.
Appreciate you stopping by, Crossman. Have a good night. We'll catch you on the next one. So I just haven't gone back because I was like, it was busy last, so it's going to be busy this time too. But obviously that's not the case. What did I lose? I lost the machine gun.
Look up on Google when they have like low traffic and then just go then.
No, I do. I really need to go and visit it. Ooh, the Centurion got fucked up.
It took a lot of damage. I mean, the Centurion is supposed to take a lot of punishment, so the good news is that it wasn't on our more expensive mechs. Because, like, if you take internal damage on the Phoenix Hawk, you could lose your jump jets and your large laser and all this other stuff, whereas, like, the Centurion has, like, 4 weapons. So right now with like my non-dairy life, which I've had to very suddenly
My
cut dairy out of my
non-dairy life.
my non-dairy life, the diary of a wimpy kid. What was it? Papa Murphy's Take and Bake has been a godsend because they have a non-dairy option. So it's delivery pizza I can actually eat, which I love. And then also for butter, Country Crock makes an avocado butter. It's like a whipped butter, and it's so good. I put it on everything. Like, I can live without real butter now that I have that. Like, it is suitable.
I don't really like avocado. It doesn't have flavor to me. It's just a slimy food.
Well, that's why, like, the butter of the avocado fat, it works so well. Like, it has a very similar kind of buttery sensation, like aftertaste on your tongue. Now, it doesn't probably behave the same way. So, like, if you're trying to make croissants or something like that, it won't make all of the like air pockets. A croissant. But yeah.
And have to contend with sensor malfunctions.
Are a cultural staple. Yeah, I've found myself hoarding them and using them for other things. It's like the cookie
I
tins.
just buy Tupperware because I'm not poor.
Oh, you're not poor, Mac?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Order pizza right now.
Is a bloodletting operation.
I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm gonna do it when I get off stream.
I could quit whenever I want. I can order pizza whenever I want.
I could. I have enough money. I'm rich and famous.
To pick you up when the job is done. Good hunting.
Buy Pyrex because I'm poor. I don't buy Tupperware either. I've got Rubbermaid.
I need to uniformize my Tupperware, and that's the most like first world problem you could possibly imagine. Because I have like 4 different sets because I keep inheriting people's Tupperware collections.
I need to buy spoons. This is a weird problem to have. But like, so when I moved out of my parents' house, my mom had a bunch of old utensils she wasn't using, so I just, you know, picked the ones that I liked out of there. I don't think this was always the case, but somewhere along the way, I just lost spoons. I have 3 spoons. It's not enough.
Man, rip soup, rip cereal.
I use them up so quick because I eat a lot of yogurt.
Oh man, you
And
have
ice
to ration
cream.
your spoons.
And I haven't bought any spoons, but I need to buy spoons because I don't have enough fucking spoons. I got large spoons. I got like 6 large spoons that I use to give Luna her food, thank fuck. But I don't have any small spoons. It's just 3 of them. I swear I had more at some point. I don't know where they all went. Skippy's stealing my spoons. I also have 2 different kinds of knives. I have knives from 2 different sets. Don't know how that happened because I tried my best to grab all the same set utensils, but...
Whoa, is that a Trigun reference? 2 sets of knives?
You know damn well it isn't.
When are you watching The Big O?
When am I getting the big O?
Oh. Where are you at in Ergo Proxy?
We haven't watched it in a couple weeks.
No.
The last episode I remember is
Game show?
no, not the game show. The episode is basically Rael fucking losing it and getting obsessed with Vincent's stray hair that he hasn't shaved.
Oh.
I liked that episode. It was a good episode.
That's a funny one. That's a good one.
You know what to do.
Great kill. Reactor's about to pop.
Great kill. Reactor's about to pop.
It's about to pop like those zits I watch on live stream.
What is wrong with people who watch that crap? I mean, seriously, it's so disgusting. I don't understand that at all. If you find popping zits to be satisfying, what the fuck is wrong with you? Honestly.
You need to see a therapist and get medicated.
You need to be medicated. There's no therapy that fixes that.
That's not behavioral. You're just born wrong.
There's something wrong with your DNA if you like that shit.
Walk on up to the treasure to pick it up.
Like, I'm a pretty judgment-free person. I will judge the shit out of you for that crap.
You will be judged.
Beginning recovery now.
Oh, we have a Charge Blade fan in the chat.
Monster Hunter World got me through a lot of things. Love that game so much I would marry my Charge Blade if I could. I'm a Charge Blade main too, I feel you. Charge Blade is the best.
I love Switch Axe. I am addicted to being an axe, but also a sword, but also an axe.
I need to get better at the Switch Axe. It's one of those ones that I just suck with. I feel pretty confident in my abilities with like most weapons. I suck ass with the Switch Axe.
Switch Axe, you have to be so aggressive. And you're committing to a combo. It's somehow more commitment than a greatsword, which is weird to say.
I used to play Switch Axe, but then I found love.
You've abandoned the true faith.
Okay, we got some options here. A urban mech, a JR7, and an Assam.
Some assassin.
I don't know the names, so I just call them what their letters are.
Assassin, Jenner, Urban Mech.
I don't have an assassin, so I'm picking one up.
Assassins are pretty garbage in.
But gotta
tabletop.
collect them all. Pokemon. Oh, I could get the Jenner and the urban. Well, I already got a fuck ton of Jenners. I don't need more.
We don't need yet more Jenners.
I'll get the urban mech just to sell. No, you know what? I will get the Jenner just to sell it. No, I can't actually.
Dang, guys. You guys all have medium mechs, and I got all the best in all the categories. Step up.
Your mom lets you have 2 Jenners? Play Insect Glaive or Charge Blade. Insect Glaive is a lot of fun. Insect Glaive is my favorite after Charge Blade, I think, but only in Monster Hunter World. I fucking hate Insect Glaive in Monster Hunter Classic games. Well, Monster Hunter World or Rise. Anything pre Monster Hunter World, the Monster Hunter 4 or Monster Hunter Double Cross. That's it. Insect Glaive sucks. I fucking hate it, but I use the 2 daggers. I did dual blades when I first tried to get into Monster Hunter, when I did Monster Hunter Generations, and I couldn't really get into it. When I played Monster Hunter World, I picked up the Charge Blade, and it was like instant love.
Before Switch Axe, I was gun lance mostly, just because how can you not like a gun and a lance?
Gun
I'm
lance
just
is pretty
addicted
sick.
to
I really
weapons
like
that are
gun
two
lance.
things.
Rise is so good, I can't play it as much because I have it on Switch. First mistake. I just didn't get as roped into Rise as I did to World. Like, I played Rise, I played the shit out of Rise, but I haven't finished the DLC to this day.
World just hit different. It was
it was
so
good. It was so good, and Rise was still really good, but it just hasn't roped me in as much.
Rise suffers from like the same problems that like Monster Hunter Tri was for me, where it's just like the upper ranks didn't have enough variety. I feel like they didn't change up enough.
Yeah, Rise, especially the base game, also just wasn't very demanding from a difficulty perspective. I mean, they didn't even have Elder Dragons in the base game, which is crazy to me.
That's quite the cut.
You didn't have 10-star quests in the base game. That just feels like you didn't finish it to me.
The only problem, like, bows have always been fun, but managing ammo was always awful, especially because, like, if you had not an upgraded enough, like, gun bow kind of thing, there were times when you just didn't have enough ammo to kill the thing.
Yeah, I played Monster Hunter World when it was on PS4 first, and then I played and then I played it again on PC, and to switch it up, I wanted to do a new weapon, and I did a full playthrough of Monster Hunter World with a bow, and it was fun, and I got to be pretty good at it, but honestly, I have barely used the bow since I finished that playthrough. Like, it just wasn't as fun to me. I really haven't touched either of the bow guns, but to me, the ranged options just they're not as attractive.
I feel like they shouldn't have their damage nerfed as much as they do.
Man, you guys are gonna make me want to play some Monster Hunter. I haven't touched Monster Hunter forever. I haven't touched Monster Hunter in too long. Used to be I wouldn't go a week without hunting some monster. Now it's been a couple months.
Yeah, now we won't know what happened to Mike Hunt.
I just remember when Rise first came out and there was that glitch with the NPC being really loud. That was... I really enjoyed that clip.
It's like the right next to you yelling the whole time.
Yeah. It was great. Rise didn't capture me like World did, but that's partially because I can't play with my friends. Sorry, I'm late. I had to do something. Oh, you're fine, brother. Yeah, I mean, Monster Hunter is definitely more fun with friends, but like, okay, so this is something I'll talk about if I do this like co-op games video that I want to do. One thing I really like about Monster Hunter is that like, at least World, this is not true of classic Monster Hunter games, but Monster Hunter World, like it's so easy to hop into a game with someone. And the nice thing about co-op in Monster Hunter is that for the most part, other hunters really only bring you up, you know, like you're not at a loss because someone else isn't playing as well, except for if they keep carding.
The triple carders.
It's a very passive form of cooperation where the actions of other hunters don't really affect you, but they do make things easier for you. So for me, like, I played through Monster Hunter World and I beat every monster fully solo. And then when I would play Monster Hunter multiplayer, I play with Green all the time. And after I had like beaten everything solo and like gotten through the game and like mastered a bunch of weapons, I started just doing like basically only co-op. Like I would either open up my hunt or I would join someone else's hunt. Especially when I got to the point that I didn't need more parts, I would just do SOSs and find any hunt that was open. And to me, I really like playing Monster Hunter multiplayer because it kind of makes every mission feel. It kind of makes every hunt feel different. When you hunt solo, it's kind of like every Nargacuga hunt goes the same. But when you fight multiplayer, it's like every hunt is unique because there's a unique composition of play styles and weapon choices and the monster's aggro. So
yeah, and monsters have like temperaments to them, I feel, where like certain ones will do certain things. Like one will be very aggressive and like fixate on one guy, and then other times they'll be like spreading it all around or doing big AoE attacks all the time.
Yeah. But so all that's to say, like I get what you're saying, that it is definitely more fun with friends, but I also think it's more fun even with just randos. Like it's just more fun to play Monster Hunter co-op. Like it's solo is great and all, but it's just more fun when you're playing with some boys, even if they're not your boys.
Male urge to cooperatively hunt animals.
Actually, it's controlling the population.
It's all about child labor.
No, I love the lore reason behind hunters existing is to control, control the ecosystem by limiting the amount of these monsters that can exist, but in reality, we're killing thousands of them. I think I'll call it here today, fellas.
He's gonna go play some Monster Hunter, obviously.
No, I'll watch some anime, probably. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the rest of the night. Maybe I'll probably pop into some deep cock for a bit. I gotta see what seasonal challenges I've got up. But I don't have much else planned for today. Made my way to my Xbox to speedrun the damn game. Help me fix my video game Ennui? I feel like you meant to type something else. Thanks, Goose. Thanks for watching. By the way, guys, if you haven't liked the stream, now's the time to do it, as it's ending, obviously.
Oh, Ennui, like apathy or like boredom. Game boredom.
Oh. I've never heard that word before, so.
Bye, Ninja.
Is this the end stream? Kind of. I'm winding down, but we can discuss things a little bit more. Yeah, I get that. Sometimes I just get to a point where I hate video games and I don't want to touch them. I get that. All I can say is find a game that will restore your faith, or just don't touch video games for a bit.
Yeah, like sometimes separating yourself from games or coming back to a game you've always enjoyed. But also, when you're spending time enjoying something, don't stress about not spending every moment enjoying that thing. You obviously want to enjoy it, but if you put the pressure on yourself to perpetually enjoy something while you're doing it, it kind of ruins that and it makes it harder to enjoy it. Just if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. And if you don't, that's okay. That wasn't a waste of time. You were trying to have fun. You were trying to do something, and that's fine. That's okay to just have that.
You could try.
These nuts.
Yes, you could try picking up a game you wouldn't normally play. Try to find like a really highly rated game that is in a genre that you wouldn't normally touch. You might discover a new love.
Obviously, Skippy, download Phantom Dust and play it because it's free.
Let's take a look at what's on Steam right now. Let's see. A new and trending tab that has no porn on it. That's really weird. I was looking for a porn game to tell you to play.
What?
I don't see any porn games.
What?
Oh, what? Ratchet and
Ratchet
Clank
Clank.
Rift Apart is on Steam now. You can play that.
I kind of want to buy it, but also I hate buying full price games.
You could buy Baldur's Gate 3 and fuck a bear. Man, I'm pissed about Exo Primal. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, it's like that whole saga feels so terrible because like they had everyone fooled that it was like a Skinner box bullshit game, but then they still flubbed it.
Well, like here's the thing. From what I understand about the game, like it's actually a decent game, but it's $60 and co-op. It's so hard to convince your friends to buy a $60 co-op game. Like put it on fucking Game Pass and make it $20, and you have a much higher chance of getting people to buy it. It has 1,400 reviews on Steam. This game's servers will be shut down in a year. You mean not Dino Crisis?
Yeah.
It's basically EDF. Let's be real. It's basically EDF. It's EDF with dinosaurs instead of ants, and that's less interesting. That is objectively less interesting. BattleBit, haven't touched it. I'm not a co-op. I'm not a competitive shooter guy. Oh wait, Exoprimal is on Game Pass, isn't it? Am I crazy?
Oh, I guess that I know what you guys are doing for the 24-hour stream that I totally will not be participating in.
I think it is on Game Pass, but it's still too expensive on Steam. It shouldn't be $60.
That seems pretty extreme, especially with like it has a bunch of free-to-play trappings.
It is so hard. It is on Game Pass. It's so hard to get people interested in a new IP at full price these days. It's not impossible. For Spoken sure caught a lot of people's interest. It was just a shit game.
Yeah.
But, to release a poorly marketed, full price co-op shooter is just asking to fail. It's just asking to fail. It really is. If you want to make co-op games, you have to make them a reasonable price.
Okay, I gotta ask chat. Has anyone taken a look at the Banished Vaults? I saw it briefly on a news article, but like the art of that game looks so stunning. Like it reminds me like this would be this is how like a Dune
Stop fucking dying. What the hell?
Sorry. I'm gonna go get some water.
What, did you drink some milk? What the heck? I didn't hear about this game until you brought it up just now. He's right. The art style looks interesting.
Okay, sorry. What I meant to say was, it looks like how a Dune almanac would get drawn.
It looks interesting. It's got all positive ratings out of 24 ratings. It's also only got 25 reviews after a full day of being out, which isn't a good indicator of success.
It could just be people playing it and not reviewing it.
That's true. Possible. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching another Captain Mack live stream. I appreciate you. Appreciate the likes. Appreciate the love. We'll be back on Saturday, probably with Valheim. I might take a break from Valheim. I want to finish my house some more, but also I've been playing Valheim a lot. We'll see. Maybe we'll do a truck stream. I haven't done a truck stream in a while.
We do need a truck stream.
Although there's a lot of other games that have turned into truck streams at this point. So,
True.
yeah. Talk to you later, guys. Appreciate you. Have a good night.
Take it easy.